What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Man, I think everything good. I would hope so. Think so. Locked in. Everybody got all my toes. Think I ain't forgetting anything. I was a little flustered, man. You know, it's holiday week, bro. You know how holiday week goes, man.
Busy time.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. How's things with you, though, man? Everything good in your hood? You look dripped out per usual, though. Shout out to you, man. Even on a holiday week, you still look the part. That's what I do know.
I do what I can.
Man.
Yeah, weekend was good. Relaxing. It was nice. Needed the mini buy.
Shout out to the mini buy, bro. It did feel kind of cool. I was like, yo, we really just chilling today. It's a Sunday. We ain't got nothing to be tripping on. I was liking that, man. Definitely liking that, man.
Yeah, I wish I paid more attention to yesterday's games, actually.
I mean, it was, what, one or two
I feel like there were a bunch
yesterday?
of bad games. Maybe that's why.
So,
bad slate.
So you took that approach. I was just trying to look at what made sense for me to even, like, watch. Because I'm like, I didn't want to just to watch. I'm like, who should I watch that is going to help us? So it was like, all right, Philly. But that was obviously the late night game. And then the Chiefs, but they were playing the Panthers. So I'm like, I don't really want to see Chiefs versus Panthers.
Well, that came down to the wire.
It actually did. It did.
Did his little thing over on the sidelines again.
We talked about it.
Even though he does it subtly.
Yeah.
Because he's not all the way over to the sidelines, but it's close enough where you could tell the defenders are letting up, and then he cuts it upfield and gains
he
an
knows
extra
exactly
20, 30
what
yards.
he's doing. Yeah. And Bryce Young looked good, but unfortunately it was like, yo, nobody cares because you lose via field goal. It's like that.
There actually were some close games. It was the matchups, because we even talked about this one going over the picks. So the matchups weren't anything to write home about.
Yeah, very true. Very true, man. But it was still some cool results, man. Obviously, we'll talk about that when we do some around the league. But, yeah, I was just over here like, man, no Ravens, you know, because they play tonight, obviously. I was like, Bengals were on the bye week. We had just played the Browns. Like, oh, yeah. So I was kind of like flipping through, watched a little bit of that Commanders and Cowboys game. Insane ending. And, yeah. But, you know, that was kind of my vibe, man.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was kind of the vibe for the weekend.
Daniels pulled it off again.
It did.
Hits McLaurin.
It did, man.
Seconds left. Hail Mary-ish type of pass. Not really, but like, you know, took it to the house. Improbable. Mm-hmm. And then to tie it up, kicker misses it.
Yeah.
Then they kick it off. The Cowboys did return.
Sick, bro. Sick. So, yeah, man. I was like, man, plenty of that type of stuff that was going on. But I was like, man, all right, this is a unique week of football, man. But at the same time, it was like, yo, I'm glad our guys were resting, recovering, because we know what the rest of this is schedule finna look like, man. But you know, that was definitely that vibe, man. But yeah, what did you get into this weekend, man? We know
well, Pitt sucked.
Hosting got hurt again, bro.
He did, but
he got hurt early
he picked
again.
Up where he left off.
He got hurt early. It was like
not doing good.
He got hurt. Was it third possession?
Yeah, he threw.
It was like super early. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, it was just better for me to say the season was over a couple weeks ago.
So I didn't see how he got hurt. What did it look like?
I didn't even watch the game. I'm not even fronting with you.
Okay, fair enough. Because I was like, yo,
in,
how did he get hurt?
I checked in the one time I checked in, I saw Yarnell in there. I was like, of course.
Yeah, he got in there early.
Saw him throw an incomplete pass and saw that we were down like 17 really early, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna do some other things that are more productive for myself.
Respect, man. Respect. Shoot. I was over here. No, you're good, man. You're good. Hey, listen, you probably enjoyed your Saturday more than I enjoyed my Saturday, because I had to watch my guys do we're going to play for real. Now we're going to do all this self-implosion all at the same time and find a way to...
Yeah, I saw JMU lost, huh?
Bro, when I tell you the self-implosion, it was like, oh, okay. Well, I hope you learn from this mistake. It's like you allow a block punt for a touchdown. That's what we do. You feel me? You explosive pass play. You're like, oh, what is this? And then it was a strip sack on a... You know how we feel about those ultra aggressive trick plays that come out the blue when you already are moving the ball and you cross midfield, and it's like, you don't really need to do this, but you do this anyways. It was that whole thing. And it's just like, bro, you allowed 21 points off of straight nonsense. So, you know, it's one of them things, man. But yeah, that was my Saturday. I was just like, But I will say on a positive note, Did call that high school football game, man. Talk about the Pine Richland and Peters Township. Talked about little law dog, man. Lawrence Timmons, his son, obviously former Pittsburgh Steeler, teammate of mine, but his son played, like I said, for Pine Richland. Lil homie was cooking, bro. Had the big time touchdown pass, got up, did the AB dance in the end zone. Was like, yo, he's rocking Castle defense. I said, yo, boy, I sees it. Them boys went ahead and won it, though. Had a chance to, the homie Vince Williams, man, jumped up in the booth with me as well, man. So it was good to kick it with the homie. About to say, so yeah, he was doing good. Obviously, he was a little frustrated from Thursday night's situation. You know, he's coaching with the Steelers on their D-line. So for him, it was kind of refreshing to just have some positive energy out there, man. And he also used to coach for Pine Richland a year ago before hopping up to the Steelers and stuff, man. But, you know, on that note, I was like, you know what, this positive energy, I needed this because I had a little funky attitude going into the stadium solely because Jimmy, I got beat the App State, bro. Just had me hot, man. But other than that, though, man, everything's been good, though, man. And now here we are, game week.
Yeah.
/ Thanksgiving week. So I'm going to tell y'all at the front end, man, me and Deke have already talked. You're getting 2 shows this week, all right? You get today, which is like our Around the League hybrid. We're going to talk some Steelers stuff that, you know, has been rumbling a little bit, man. And, yeah, you can get tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to do the TG. We're going to do our preview, and we'll get our picks in, all right, all included tomorrow. Then after that, man, it's, you know, it's holiday season. Deke, you celebrate Thanksgiving, right?
Absolutely.
All right, I celebrate Thanksgiving as well. I'm getting used to celebrating holidays again. It's kind of fun. I've missed like a large portion of like my holidays with sports, but I'm digging taking breaks for holidays, man. And then Friday is Black Friday. I don't know if you participate in Black Friday. I don't know if that's still a thing. It used to be a thing. I used to do it a lot. Are you a Black Friday guy? That's you should get all the deals. I get the text still today, man.
Going out, no, but
Yeah.
might cop a few things online, maybe.
I was about to say I get all the text messages about these deals that are still happening on Black Friday. So it's like, let's make sure that, man, if you get out there, I'm gonna get up, man. We're gonna Black Friday something, you know. So it just feels right. It feels appropriate. All right.
I do think at this point, Black Friday is a part of the Thanksgiving holiday.
I love kids just like blended it all together.
I think it's just a long weekend. I think it starts actually Wednesday night and it goes into
Talk about it. I have
maybe
heard
Saturday
Wednesday
night,
is a
Sunday
thing.
morning.
Yeah.
That's actually how long Thanksgiving is. It's just not one day.
I like it till Sunday morning. I like it till the 1 o'clock.
Once you hit church.
1 o'clock kickoff, then it's
Okay,
like,
I
all right,
like
it's
that.
done.
Yep.
All right, now we're past the holiday.
I
1
like
o'clock
that.
kickoff, yeah. Because you still kind of like Thanksgiving service. Like, you know, I went to church on Thanksgiving Sunday. I'm just, you know what I mean? Just, hey, man, God bless you with them turkeys, right? All right, now come in here and put that turkey in the offering plate. All right, Jesus loves you too. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm with it. I like it. But yeah, I'm with you, bro. Gotta have the leftovers. We gotta, you know what I mean? Gotta get our eat on, get our shop on. Just, yeah, and take the week off. Don't call me. Don't text me. We vibing. I think it's appropriate, man. Son.
I'm with you.
Lifted One says, once there's no more leftovers, then Thanksgiving is over. I can respect that as well. Typically, that'll go up until Saturday then.
Well, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that-
There's sometimes you can have leftovers going into the week.
Facts. This is also true. If you're hosted for certain, you'll have left. Yeah, that's real life.
Sometimes you just got to throw them out too.
You gonna cut the loss? You can't do that. Not if you cook it. You can't cut that loss.
How many days in a row are you?
Come
gonna have
on,
turkey
man.
and potatoes?
It depends on where you at, man. Some people will eat that thing until it is completely nothing left. And you be like, bro, it's been 2 weeks of turkey now, bro. Like, come on, man. Yeah. You how many turkey sandwiches you gonna give me all of a sudden, man? Like, I don't want any more turkey. Take turkey casserole. Hey, you want turkey with your eggs for breakfast? All right, hey man, have a turkey sandwich, and then we're gonna do turkey with gravy and mashed potatoes for dinner tonight. All right. It's like, bro, I don't want any more turkey. I'm good.
That's what I mean. Lifted One's comment. There's a slippery slope there. I think
Definitely
I
is.
think we just cut it off, like you said.
Definitely
Sunday
is.
at 1 o'clock. The kickoff.
Sunday
I think
1
it's
o'clock.
perfect.
It's like, yo, it's
You
over.
Get the Thanksgiving church service.
Turn it over, yeah. Because you might want to go still praise, like that might be a thing. And if it is, yeah. But afterwards, 1 o'clock, man, you know what time it is, bro. It's time for football. All right, it's time for the
Moving
real.
on.
It's time to get real out here,
Christmas
man.
is the next holiday.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Hey, 900 juice. Yeah, mom's making the chili out of the leftover turkey. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? It's that type of thing. Be like, bro, I'm tired of turkey. I don't want any more turkey in my life. I'm good on turkey. Yeah. It'd be a whole week. And it's just like, bro, how many different ways can you? Here's a turkey burger. Here's a turkey sandwich. Here's turkey for breakfast. Turkey for lunch. Yeah, turkey for dinner. Oh, you ever had turkey with you ever had a turkey dessert? Be like, I don't want turkey dessert. I'm good. I just like regular ice cream and pie. You know? Yeah.
Noriega says turkey and potatoes. Where do they do that at? He says not in the black households.
Hey, see?
So here's the thing. I mean,
I disagree because if
well,
we're talking mashed potatoes, you're gonna have mashed potatoes on your plate.
Well,
You're
here's
gonna
the
also have
thing,
turkey
though.
on your plate.
I mean, I'm just a picky eater. I think I'm the outlier. That's all I get. It's turkey, potatoes, and gravy, and maybe if you got some green beans.
Are you a ham guy or no? No ham?
No.
Wow.
So even our family, we have more than just turkey and potatoes, but that's all I eat.
See, I prefer ham. Like the majority of the family, we're not gonna touch the turkey, but it is getting made. Like mother-in-law, she's gonna make the turkey. She's a traditionalist, and I love traditions. I'm big on traditional, even if like I don't want to participate. Always like, yo, I like it. So she's gonna have the turkey. We're gonna have the cranberry sauce. We ain't gonna touch none of it, but it looks good for the picture. And you gotta slice at least, a piece of it. The skin is cool, but other than that, it's like I don't want a ton of that. We ham people, you know what I mean? Give me the ham, but don't act like we ain't gonna have mashed potatoes and gravy. Don't act like you ain't gonna have that now. You know what I'm saying? We had mashed potatoes and gravy. We're gonna have the fully loaded sweet potatoes out this thing. Man, come on, man.
I'm not gonna front.
Noriega do all that.
Does seem like he's got some better options here. He says not in the deep south though, Moats.
Okay, I'm listening, baby.
Cajun turkey, deep fried Cajun turkey.
So now we're getting
that sounds awesome.
So listen, we're getting technical about the preparation of the turkey. You simply said you don't have turkey. Don't do that. I'm about to say, because we're going to say deep fried. You can say smoke the turkey. You going to say you're going to bake the turkey. It's still turkey at the end of the day. Don't play. So, once again, man, you going to have turkey on your plate, man, somehow, some way. Now, yes, the deep fried or any of that smoked is going to be absolutely fuego fire. But as a whole, turkey is going to be on the menu.
It's on everyone's family menu.
Right, it's like saying, man, we don't do any green beans. Why? Because we don't do green bean casserole. Okay, but you might do regular green beans. So don't act like it ain't gonna be up there. You know it's gonna be up there, bro. Yeah, it's part of it. Now, I would like that Cajun drop though, because I know that's gonna be hitting here. That's for certain gonna be hitting. Yeah, that's for certain gonna be hitting, man. But
okay, yeah.
But you gotta have that though. Like I said, it's turkey, bro. Is a Cajun deep fried turkey, not turkey.
It's not a race thing. It's not like
I'm about to say, yeah.
It's not an ethnicity thing. That this group of people, they're not gonna have turkey for Thanksgiving.
My man say, nah, this is different. We don't do turkey. I'm like, bro, it's
every
turkey,
race
right?
and religion has turkey for Thanksgiving.
I'm pretty sure that's turkey. It's not regulation.
Unless
turkey,
I can be told otherwise.
Yeah, I'm about to say turkey is turkey now.
New.
Yeah. I like turkey though, bro. I like all the different foods. I don't discriminate on. I'm not gonna go back for seconds for turkey though, but I will on my initial plate. Like it's gonna be up there. Yeah, I'm gonna find a way, bro.
Yeah, turkey.
I feel like I owe it to myself.
I'm a very plain eater. I mean, you know that from going out to eat with me.
What would you say is the one Thanksgiving food that if you see it, you're like, absolutely not. Don't even like put it on my plate. Don't even have it near my plate. Because I feel like everybody has like that one thing where you're like, I don't even want that potato salad.
Hell no.
Like, bro, don't even put it near my plate. No. I don't even want it. If I'm sitting here, don't even have that in my section of the seat table. Like, put it on that side. I don't even want to see it. So I feel with potato salad, bro. All right.
Now Noriega saying he's talking about the turkey and potatoes combo. He said, I feel like people do that.
Them, but I don't know who's mixing them. I'm not mixing anything like that. I'm simply saying when it's prepared on the table,
are you putting
and you're putting it on your plate.
You have turkey and potatoes.
Right. I'm gonna get a scoop of the potatoes. I'm gonna put it on my plate. I'm gonna get a slice of ham. I'm gonna put it on my plate. I'm gonna get a piece of bread. I'm gonna put it on my plate. I'm gonna get some mac and cheese. I'm gonna put it, you see what I mean? So to act as if like, oh, this is mixed together is totally different. We're talking about two different things, and we're talking about taking it from what is already prepared and putting it on your plate versus he sounded like he said like, yeah, you about to make a turkey like hodgepodge with the potatoes. Like, I don't know what. Yeah, I'm regular with that, man. Turkey is turkey, potatoes, potato. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, I do mix them. Like I'll grab a slice of the turkey and like dip it in the potatoes with the gravy.
But that's not mixing it. That's just dipping the turkey in the potato. I think what he's talking about is like, yo, when it's brought out to the table.
I think he's just ripping on my plate. I'll be honest.
No,
he's
man,
just like,
I like your plate.
Come
bro.
on, Deke. You gotta spice up your plate.
Your plate gonna be fire, bro.
I think he's disgusted.
Your plate's
about
fire, bro.
And I don't blame it. Everyone is deserving to feel some type of way about my plate for sure. My own family rips on my plate.
Hold on. I'm looking at these people in here. Because you remember how we say, like, what's that one piece of food that you don't want near you? I'm seeing the casseroles come up. They like, yo, the green bean casserole. They ain't feeling the casseroles.
Yeah, I don't mess with that.
You not casserole guy?
I'll eat green beans.
Yo, they really. They say, yo, don't put the casserole near me. Oh, Noriega says no. He says no super glazed ham or smoked ham. I think he's asking you that. Are you a no? Ooh.
I mean, I'll eat ham.
Okay.
I think turkey's better though. If I had the option. If we only had ham, if that was the only meat, I would have that and potatoes.
All right.
I wouldn't be happy about it. I wouldn't be thrilled about it.
So you prefer turkey over ham? All
Easily,
right.
yeah.
Low-key, you're the second person I first say that, and I'm starting to wonder what's the connection. I don't want to go with what I think it is, but I'm a ham dude. Shout out to the ham, though. I like the ham, bro. I like this, though. All right, let me see what else. Macaroni salad. Yeah, I don't want none of that. I'm good on all. Yeah, macaroni salad, deviled eggs. Just keep all that in that section. You know, you a deviled egg guy?
Deviled eggs. I honestly don't even know if I've ever tried deviled eggs.
You probably wouldn't like them. I know your taste buds. I don't think you're going to like them. Because your taste buds
I like eggs.
Yeah, I like eggs too. Deviled eggs and eggs they're like cousins, but they not brothers and sisters. If that makes sense. It's like, oh, the same family until you did that, and now this is no longer this. Yeah.
What makes them so bad?
Whatever the stuff that is that be putting on it, it's like, I think it's mayonnaise that goes, or Miracle Whip that goes into it or something like that, and it's like another little, it's just like, yeah, I'm good
on that.
I'm good.
Hard-boiled eggs.
Frank K said he loved deviled eggs. I'm with you. Give me hard-boiled eggs, man. You can give me two with salt, pepper, and a little bit of soy sauce, and I'm gonna make it work. I'm good on all that stuff, though.
Type of guy with the
Tom
eggs.
J says mayo and onion powder. That's what it is. I would say it's mayo and something that goes in it. I'm just like,
okay.
Yeah, I'm good on that, man. Yeah. And Chris Hobson says that deviled eggs will actually hunt you at night, so you need to be careful on those. All right. Okay. All right. Respect them, man. Respect. I can dig it, man. I ain't think we was gonna go Thanksgiving today, but shout out to the food, man. Shout out. And whoever likes cranberry sauce, salute to y'all as well, man. Yeah. All right. Other than that, though, think we're good. You got anything on your side before we get all the way into this here thing?
Nah.
All right. Well, on the front end, Deke, before we get too far into this thing and I forget, above your head, we do have the DraftKings Sportsbook logo. Shout out to DraftKings. You know they rocking with us. And this show is presented to you by them. Only the top-rated sportsbooking app in all of North America. Safe, secure, and of course they are reliable, man. And we obviously know, man, as we are talking about the holiday season, man, hey, it's a lot of action going on, especially in the NFL, but just in general in sports, right? So with that, man, we know that, hey, you might want to get involved. You might want to add, a little bit more stakes to the situation. Well, best way to do that is by rocking with DraftKings. But more importantly, we got a promo code to make it even more advantageous for you. For the new customers, when you bet $5, you'll get 150 of them bonus bets instantly with the promo code Moats. It's a beautiful concept. It's simple, baby. All right, get you a chance to, or get you an opportunity at least to potentially make some more wages and stuff like that, man. So it's a pretty cool concept, but at the same time, we also understand that you can get lost in the sauce. Might develop a gambling problem. If you live in New York, that is a number that you can text. But for everybody else, the digits to dial are 1-800-GAMBLER. I said 1-800-GAMBLER. I said you better call 1-800-GAMBLER. And now back to our regularly scheduled programming. Drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, so that way we give you those big boy shout outs to start today's show. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel.
We got Chosen Rock.
Shout out to Chosen Rock. I like that.
From Greenville, South Carolina.
And I see you, Jay Cooley. He says T Swift. Taylor Swift could never hit those notes. Just remember that, man.
DJ Trey Money. Congratulations to him. He's tuning in from the 304 West Virginia. could be tuning in from a better place.
Are you congratulating him on the win? Because they did have a big win this week.
No, not at all. I'm congratulating him on this. Not where he's tuning in from.
Oh.
He should probably switch locations.
All right.
Try to get up to the 412.
Like,
Try to get up to
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Deke?
Get out of West Virginia. But he said he just had his first baby girl yesterday.
Shout out, man. Hey, jolly good fellow right there, man. Salute to you. Salute to Mama Bear. Hopefully everybody is healthy and safe, man. We definitely like that, man. But definitely appreciate you bringing another amazing person into this here world, man. Salute to you on that. And Tom Jade, I appreciate you called me a young Whitney Houston. The way that, I heard that. Sound like. Yeah, I can see that. And respect.
My vote does. It says, yo, Long Beach in the house. East Side Long Beach, California, baby. 562.
Shout out to the 562, baby. X Concepts hit me with my voice was like an early Christmas present, D. You know what? He's being real, just like downplaying it too by saying it like that. I appreciate that, man. From the heart. Christmas present to the people, man.
Kasim Vera from the 339, Cape Coral, Florida. And
Shout out
last
to Cape
one
Coral.
I'll say is Young Bobby Benito, 717 Hershey, sweetest place on earth, but ain't-ish sweet.
Ooh, that's a bar. I hear you. Shout out to the bars out there, man, because Kendrick did drop an album this weekend. Shout out to the pop-up album. Actually, it was last week, so shout out to the pop-up album. All right. Yeah. Bars on bars on bars. All right. So I definitely dig that. Raymond Kane tapping into 319 Iowa City, Iowa by way of the 773. And then, of course, we got the homie David McLeod in the 919 Sanford, North Carolina. Nick Bit in the 401, the Ocean State. He says we going 15-3. By the way, I don't stop believing. I'm with you, baby. I am with you. And then after that, let's see. We got the homie David Decker always tapping into the 585 Rochester, New York. The homie Mike T in the 215 with the turkey lingo. You better believe it. Tons of fun in the 814. We are overrated. I didn't say that. That's what he said, by the way. So shout out to we are being overrated.
Penn State sucks.
Yeah, it was a bad weekend for college football. All the top teams got beat. Colorado lost. Penn State. It was another SEC team. I felt like took.
I don't know if
L.
Penn State lost.
No, you're right. No, they did win. They did win.
Won.
But they should have lost. But
Pitt could beat the Pitt
could
beat Penn State.
Indiana.
Right now.
It was Indiana. They got beat. Indiana got beat kind of decently too, man.
Well, that was Ohio State.
No, that was their first real test. That's what everybody wanted to see. Yeah. And then obviously, like I said, JMU man took an L. Pitt took an L. A lot of the top programs man took an L this weekend, bro. So it's just a bad across the Alabama. That's what it was. I knew it was somebody.
Smoked.
Shout out to David Decker. Yeah, it was Bama that got beat. Yeah. And
Colorado.
That's what I'm saying. Usually JMU, Bama, and Colorado usually always lose at the same time, bro. So you knew it was gonna be bad, bro. It's bad business, man. Bad business. And then of course West Virginia wins. So it just, pours a little salt in the wound for you, I suppose.
I'm not even paying attention to them at all. Could care less.
Because now they bowl eligible, and the talk is they're gonna play Pitt. That's the West Virginia people saying now. I've been hearing that now.
They're begging for it.
They want that. Yeah, they're like, yo, this is the one we want because they've been
that
talking.
Thanos line?
Yeah, they were like, yo, they've been talking. This is supposed to be their year. They got a court and all this. They're like, oh, now we found a way to get bowl eligible. Put us versus them. Let's do it. Yeah.
You couldn't live with your own failure.
Yeah, they looking for y'all though,
where'd
bro.
that bring you?
They are
Right
definitely
back to
looking for
me?
y'all, bro. Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, because they are top like, oh, this the matchup. You felt how the text line got after the game. I'm like, bro, what is this? And then there was a whole nother section where it was like, yeah, I want that one. I'm like, oh. Now y'all want the rematch? They said, last time I want the rematch. They said they want the rematch,
Begging
bro.
for the rematch?
That's what they said. They want the rematch, bro. They said they could save their coach's job.
I feel like the backyard brawls.
They feel like they could save their
thing
coach's
you do
job, bro.
once a year, and that's it.
They feel like they could save their coach's job. If
Do they want to save their coach's
I
job?
don't know. I don't know.
I thought they wanted him fired.
They go through phases over there. When they win, they love him. When they lose, they hate him.
Florida people are pissed that they beat Ole Miss because they want the coach fired.
See, shout out. Yeah, Florida did. Yeah, good call.
Ole Miss.
Shout out to Dede Smalls, man. I know he hyped about Florida taking care of business, man. Yeah,
Maybe.
Right.
I
But
don't know if he
you're right.
wanted the
If
coach
he wanted him
fired.
fired, yeah, it depends. Depends if he wants him fired, man. Yeah. But that's interesting though, man. So, we'll see. But yeah, the West Virginia people are definitely they eyeing Pitt all of a sudden again. They're like, hey, bro, they ain't like that. We
That's
want to see
desperate.
that.
That's actually sad.
Yeah, they want to see that all of a sudden, bro. I was like,
You just got to feel bad for them.
But they found a way to backdoor themselves into bowl eligibility now, I suppose. Yeah. With a week to spare. Shout out to them. All right. I don't even know where I was at, but anywho, man, let's get it going. Oh, actually, before we get it going, shout out to the bro Barbarian. 757 Chesapeake, Virginia, baby. Always appreciate you rocking out with us. You know this. And 900 Juice. He says, in the 310 next to Kendrick's Whacked Out Murals. Shout out to the Whacked Out Murals. If you know, you know. Fire. All right. Yeah, Frank K said the intro track to the album was absolutely fire. I would agree. I played the intro like 20 times before I even got to like the next song. It was a fire I like, bro. I'm in it. I'm with you, man. We like that, man. We like that. Shout out to the album, man. All righty. But let's tap in, Deke. I think we got some supers that came in. Get those, and after that, man, yeah, got a little round of league, and got a little stealer thing. So yeah.
Pierre Coffee Sport Rack has Russ at 40 mil, Justin at 10. Do y'all agree? And is there any chance we can keep both? Put JF on that Jordan Love plan.
I don't hate it. Mustard. Y'all silly. I'm sorry. All right. 40 M's for Russ, 10 for Justin. Do we agree? Honestly, I think the market actually, I think, is spot on based off of just what they currently are making. I mean, you talk about Fields on his rookie deal, coming off of the rookie deal as a former first rounder. Yeah, 10 mil a year probably
Sam
be
Darnold
appropriate. Yeah,
10.
You know what I mean?
Last
Like,
year, right?
That's about the market for that stage of where he's at right now. Because I feel like Baker was past that stage when he went to Tampa. I feel like he had already had his second deal.
You know what?
Cleveland.
To be honest with you, I think he got even less than that. But his stock was
his stock was lower though. Yeah, but that was the only other guy I could think
year.
of.
He had a little bit of an uptick with the Rams, but still,
but it was still like a little bit of rocky, right? Whereas with Fields, he's still, even though it's his second team, I feel like his market is still higher potentially now than what it was ending in Chicago, based off of how he showed that he could play here, when cut down on the turnovers and just look better. So that would be the only guy that I could kind of think of money-wise. But, yeah, I think the 10 mil is appropriate. I think that's kind of spot on. And then for Russ has already proved this market is a $40 million market. That's currently what he's playing on right now. And based off of, even though it's a super small sample size still with him, I think the thought process behind this is, if everything were to keep going as it's currently going, that would still be in the range of $40 million when we're talking about, what's the highest paid quarterback you said? What does Dak make, you said? You said he gets how much?
60. So if Russ keeps playing like this, Russ actually deserves 70.
You catch what we say, right? So him at 40, we're like, yeah, we love it, So I think that those numbers are accurate if everything continues kind of in this like perfect space of, we don't see anything negative from Fields anymore, and Russ continues on the trajectory that he is on. Because, as you say, right, when you average it out over, the next or however many games will be left, and then depending on postseason, it's like, yeah, these numbers could still look good for both of these guys, but specifically for Russ in terms of what you're trying to do. And we also feel the confidence. And I think that was the other part that we've all kind of alluded to at times with Russ. It's like, you just feel like you're in it. Just feels like you're in it, man. Even when it's going weird, it's like, oh, all right, it's kind of weird, we're kind of low. Boom, boom. Now we're back. Oh, now we got the lead. Whoa, what happened here? How did this happen? Like, that's how he does it. And even when the quote unquote bad games, or the games we're going to be overly critical of him, it's like, dude, in a blizzy, he was 21 to 28 for 270 and a tud. Like, and not just any tud, like the Calvin Austin, oh, I need this guy to have this, like that touchdown. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think both of those numbers are good. I hope it will work out where you'll be able to keep both. I don't know how that all plays out just yet, though.
Right. Yeah, I think Fields' number is on the money. Russ at 40, if he keeps playing like this, I do think that's fair market value. If I'm the Steelers, I'm trying to get him down off that number, though. I'm trying to get him 30-something. Hey, we were there for you. We helped save your career. That type of stuff. I'm trying to tug on his heartstrings a little bit. Hometown discount. But I think 40's fair. And if you want to do 40, it's got to just be for I think it's got to be 2 years. You're not giving him some 4 or 5 year deal. It's 40 per year. Most of it's guaranteed. Yeah, if you can't, if
2 year, or if you want to make it,
if you can't get him down off the 40, then Yeah, you're not making it a crazy long-term extension.
Or Deke, if you want to make it where it looks eye candy good, right? So it has that triple digit when you announce it. Make it a 3-year, 100.
Not as much guaranteed.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's just only the first year to 2 years are guaranteed of it. But it has the big, $115 or $120 million 3-year deal. So everybody feels good about it, but we know what it is. So you got options with it. But at the end of it, 2 years, yeah, about 40 per. Everything would have to be going smooth. If you get it at 35, I think that's a great deal. But we know what the $35 million quarterback range is. Now you're talking Bakers. I think for Russ, that's a little bit of a sticking point, regardless if you're talking in the current moment or body of work. That could be a sticking point. It's like if you are qualified for something and they trying to talk you down here and take less than that guy over there that you know you've already done way more, proven way more, that's a tough sell.
Well, it's all about where he's at in his career. Like, he's made his money. So if he truly is focused on the Super Bowls and stuff.
It's easy for us to say that when it's not our money.
Well, I get that, but it's not like high-end players haven't taken discounts on the end of their careers. Yeah. Brady taking 25 per. Like, we know he was playing way better than that. Yeah. I mean, he was deserving of being paid as one of the top guys. Breeze, towards the end, whenever he was getting up there in his late 30s, he was taking like $30 million deals, $25 million deals. So, yeah, I think it just all comes down to what Russ wants. So, guy.
But at that time, though, 30 mil was still going to put you in a higher market. That's all.
Sure. It was a little bit more. So, like,
that's what
Brady,
I think the 40 is now.
Let's say what Brady 2-3 years ago with the Bucs at 25. Maybe that's between 30 and 35 now with inflation. So, yeah, it all depends on what he wants to do, because you have other legends like Aaron Rodgers. He took the 50. He took the money and run. He tried to get as much as he could from Green Bay. And then whenever he went to the Jets, I know he took his pay cuts and did some restructuring. But
7 was probably the in-between here at the end of it. That was probably the in-between part.
He had the last year, and he took the discount, whatever it was, to make it work to get some extra guys in.
Yeah, so it's like you've seen a little bit of both sides of it. Just we'll find out with Russ, man, what his energy is with that. But we also got to see how the season ends, because it's still early.
Yeah, you win a Super Bowl.
Early, right. It changes a lot.
I'm not stressing about the money. Go ahead. Take whatever you want, man.
Right. Once you get that hardware, bro, I'll give you 45. I'm not tripping. Shoot, you 150. I've won the ring, right? We'll worry about the rest later. You know, you get about a couple years anyways. You seen Philly? Okay.
Grant Patterson, love the podcast. Guys, keep up the good work.
Can
we get Vince Williams back on the pod?
No, facts, man. Talk to the homie, man. We definitely want to do that. The thing is this, though, bro. My man is like busy. This is the same thing we talked about with Shazier, man. Both those dudes, man, I've talked to about being on the show. Obviously, Vince has been on the show before, but right now, the dudes, man, they working. They trying to win a championship. You know, when you're part of the Steelers coaching staff, man, I know what it was like from the player side, man, the amount of time you put in, but when you on that coaching side, it's double. You know, so they really don't have a lot of time for that stuff right now, man. But shout out to my homies, man. But definitely have already been on that, man. Yeah, we just waiting off season. All right, off season, I got y'all.
Young Papi Benito asks,
shoot, I was about to say
top 5 Thanksgiving foods. Good.
Oh no. I was thinking about with the coaching stuff, and I saw somebody saw a 900 juice bring up TG. I was like, yeah, low key. Y'all hear every time we're on the phone with TG, is he ever like stationary? My man is always going. It's on the meeting. It's on like it's around the clock, man. Coaching stuff, man. So you know, you just kind of get them where you can, man. And we appreciate all their time with us, man. But you know, we're gonna get them back though. We'll definitely get them back.
Top 5 Thanksgiving foods though, from Young Papi Benito.
Man, shout out top 5 Thanksgiving foods. Let me think. All right, I'm just go off the top of my head then. Give me some ham. All right, give me some. Get ham, collard greens, mashed potatoes and gravy. That's 1. All right, just throw that in there like that. Hey, let me think. What else I did going? I ain't gonna lie. I love the bread. All right, gotta have me some rolls. Okay, ain't going wrong with the rolls. Gotta have that. And then let me go sweet potato pie. I'll go sweet potato pie at the end of it. Yeah, so I got my mains, I got a side, and I got me a dessert. Yeah, and it was first top of my head, so I ain't even think on the list too hard. Just what they say when you feel it. Yeah, I just felt those.
I only really got a top 2: turkey and potatoes, gravy.
Nah, Deke. Come on, Deke.
Can we throw mac and cheese in there?
Yes, mac. I would have thrown that in there, but I chose bread. So yeah, mac and cheese is fire.
Some type of vegetable, I guess. Green beans.
You a green casserole or regular?
Just regular.
Okay.
So
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I gotta dig both of them. I like the casserole. I like.
But you know what? Sometimes my family we got some buffalo chicken dip and pepperoni rolls. We'll have some of that out before the big Thanksgiving meal. Can I throw either of those in there?
Okay, hey,
that's not traditional Thanksgiving.
It's not so traditional. It's that's like a little progressive, but I like it though. I like it. It's your Thanksgiving. It's your tradition. Some people might be cranberry sauce.
I can't even think of what other foods I would eat on Thanksgiving. Like, that's it.
All right, do y'all do cabbage on Thanksgiving?
I'm not eating that.
You don't eat cabbage?
I don't know if we do or not. It's just not on my radar.
Fire. All right. The collard greens, you don't do collard greens? All right, because those are fire too. Okay, stuffing. Are you a stuffing guy? Stuffing is fire if it's made right.
I don't
get the little gravy. Stuffing is a hit. All right.
I guess bread. Yeah, maybe I'll throw bread in. There's probably going to be some bread. Some butter bread.
All right. Do you do loaded baked potato or loaded sweet potatoes?
Mashed potatoes.
Loaded mashed. Okay.
Not loaded, just
not
gravy
loaded, just regular gravy. Dang. All right. Okay.
Maybe I'll throw some cheese on top.
Do y'all do seafood? Do you do any seafood? Like we do lobster and crab legs at times.
I don't know if we have in the past. It's not a common thing.
All right. Respect.
We might have done shrimp before.
Respect. Yeah,
I would put shrimp in.
Yeah, we usually have like some type of we'll have a seafood, and we do that for Christmas too. But we love seafood. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. I like that though, baby. I like that, Deke. Okay.
So I guess I listed off 4.5.
It was a 4.5. About 4.5. But what about dessert? Do you have a dessert that you like? Maybe. Are you a sweet potato pie? Are you a pumpkin pie? Are you a pecan pie?
I would eat ice cream. That's about it.
Ice cream. Okay. Fair enough then.
If there is ice cream, I don't know.
Okay. Ice cream is definitely a staple, man. You can't grow with ice cream, man.
I don't know if we'll have it. I have no clue.
Man, get some vanilla ice cream, Deke.
I'm sure.
I'm
not bringing it.
Deke said, I'm not bringing anything. I'm just showing up.
No. I mean, I don't want to put myself in that position. Like, it's sweets. It's not good for you.
Oh, respect.
I don't want to do that to myself. I don't want to self-sabotage. If it's already there.
Hey, man. Hey, it was here? Hey, all right. I just showed up. I ain't had no control of this, but if I bring it, now I've already predetermined it. I got you. I like it, man. Plausible deniability. Respect on that.
Right. Okay. Tons of fun. Might as well get rid of both quarterbacks. Sorry to say, we need a Brady Mahomes. Since 2015, only one Super Bowl was with Burrow, who lost. Call me crazy, but I don't see any QB in the AFC winning a Super Bowl besides Mahomes.
Oh, well, the unfortunate part is I think Brady is already retired and Mahomes is already employed. So, should we just not play any more games? Because I know you got it locked down, so I'm just asking, man. I don't want to call you crazy, but I'm just trying to figure out what would you recommend, because the two people that you named and said that we need, they aren't available. So I don't really know what to tell you, baby. I'm gonna keep rocking out though. I think both our guys gonna be straight. I think that you build a team the way that we building it, that gives you an opportunity, gives you a chance to fight against these dudes. But if you kind of take that approach that you got, then it's like, yeah, man, I don't really know what to tell you, baby. I don't really know what to tell you.
I think the basis of his point is correct. What he's trying to get across is, like, you need a guy to win. You need a guy.
But you name the two greatest quarterbacks that we've seen in the past 30 years of football.
I'm not saying I agree with his statement.
So tell me who the people are.
Oh, no, that's what I was just about to say. I don't think I agree with his statement on who he thinks are guys or who's not, like who's the have and have-nots.
Because he didn't say you should get that. He said you might as well get rid of what we currently have unless you have Brady or a Mahomes.
Well, yeah, I think there's Allen,
that's not
Lamar.
A Brady, that's not a Mahomes.
No, but that's what I'm just saying. I don't agree with him. I'm bringing up the guys I do think can win and be that type of guy in the playoffs. Josh Allen, Lamar. I think of Herbert. I think of Russ. In the NFC, I think you got to throw Goff in there.
You don't like Goff, bro.
I think you got to throw him in there.
He's the MVP frontrunner to me.
No, he's not. Goff, Hurts, Burrow. Who else is anyone in the NFC I'm missing?
Bryce Young.
No.
He just looked good this weekend. He took him down to the wire. Lost by field goal.
NFC. Darnold's going to fold. We know that.
Oh, my gosh. You just don't like quarterbacks that didn't show up to be perfect from start to finish, man. Give Darnold some respect,
I would throw Purdy in there, but he ultimately didn't win, but he did good with Super Bowl. He's played good in the playoffs. He's played good at big moments. Man, it's top. So how many did I name? Yeah, there's like 7 or 8 guys.
Man,
there's
listen.
There's probably a top 10 you're feeling good about. If you got one of those guys in the top 10, you feel like you could legitimately win.
Yeah, because that's the real life, thing of it. those guys in terms of Brady and Mahomes, they had great situations and they are great talents and they were able to maximize it and everything played out to perfection for those guys to where they were able to win multiple championships. But if you going with the mindset that if you don't have that, then you're lost. If you don't have that specific guy, that's
Stafford. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, Stafford's definitely another guy. Heck yeah. Yeah, good call on that. But it's like
Rams are losing though.
That's not the mindset, man. You'll never beat those guys if that's how you think. Oh, if I don't have him, because until you knock that guy off, then who are those guys, right? But the dudes that Deke named, man, all of those guys are close, very close, man. But that's the part where we say, or have done it, right? It's not like we've never seen Mahomes get beat before, but it's just one of those things where, yeah, for you to do it and do it consistently and then do it in the postseason consistently, it's like, yo, it takes a lot. A lot has to go right, and that's why those guys are kind of, viewed how they're viewed. But let's not act like, I mean, even with Purdy losing to them last year, what was the score?
That's
why
I'm throwing him in the list.
Let's not act like it was some blowout. Yeah,
Hurts lost 2 to Mahomes.
Right, these are all like close.
He balled out in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, these are all very, very like we're talking about here, man. So yeah, I just think that with that mindset, man, like you gotta have a little bit different. Like, man, we don't fear them. Nah. These dudes can get that done. Absolutely, they can.
I think the next tier, like on the cutting room floor, you're throwing in Kyler, Stroud.
I like Kyler in that. I like that. If I'm going to throw Kyler, I'm going to throw Stroud in there. I'm going to throw Kirk in there, too.
Maybe Bo next.
If you're going to throw Bo, I'm going to throw Dak in there. I'm just throwing it out there now, bro. If you go throw Bo in there, I'm throwing Dak in there. I didn't want to throw Dak in there.
Dak ain't playing. You might as well throw Cooper Rush in. He's playing good.
No,
played good last week.
No, I'm not buying that. That's
Baker like, maybe. Baker.
Yeah, if I'm going to throw Bo Nix, I'm throwing Baker in there, bro. Baker, Dak, Kirk Cousins.
That's the next tier. Those are the teens.
Yeah.
Those are guys.
The streaky guys.
Like,
They can get streaky. Right game, right situation, right pieces around them. They can get streaky.
They're playing good in the regular season, but we're still waiting for that, like, those playoff moments, that
because like Baker,
type of stuff.
To me, I've already seen with Baker. I'm like, you can put Baker in a system like the Niners, and you would still see him thrive. We've seen him thrive in Tampa with their system. We've seen him have a ton of success, even at times in Cleveland. So it's like with some of those dudes, it's like, I think that if the right pieces are around them, I think they are good enough to go all the way. But they have to have the Bentley. They can't take a regular car. They need like the best car, and then they can do it. Baker, to me, I think he's that. If you put Baker on a Niners team, I'm like, yo, that's real life dangerous right there.
And it still might not be enough
because
of Mahomes. You know what I mean? It's just one of those scenarios. Like you gotta be that guy. You're down 7, final drive, that type of stuff.
But see, this is the funny part. For the the people who are watching it, that's instantly the, oh my God, how are we gonna handle that situation? For the competitor, you're like, bro, let's see what it looked like. How you even get there? Let's see what it looked like.
Yeah, agreed.
It's a different mindset. You know what I mean?
It's just, to his point, over the last, 25 years.
Those been the two dudes, though, man.
It's just been, you have to have a guy to win it, really. Yeah. Outside of the full Flacco thing. But they played like guys, and that was just something you can't predict. They literally played like top 5 franchise quarterbacks.
And this is the other part. It's like, outside of Brady and Mahomes, how many of these guys have multiples? Where they've been like the big part of it. We bring up Ben, but it's like after Ben, Manning fought to the end to get his multiple. Breeze didn't get that multiple. Eli got the 2 multiples, but we look at him kind of iffy, right? We talk about Rodgers still being stuck on 1. So once again, it's like the Brady and like those 2 dudes are outliers. They are who they are for a reason. That's why they got the multiples in there. But yeah, you still got dudes that can't knock them off, and somebody will knock them off. Oh shoot, we hope we're gonna see somebody do it this year. Come on now.
I know the player. I know the quarterback that I want to knock off. Mahomes.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't
Who
do
are
that.
you thinking?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I know you
don't
had
do that. Don't do that,
a specific
bro.
guy in
don't
mind.
Do that. I just said it out loud. I was just throwing it out there and win. Yeah. I don't want to be too specific.
Mine's Russ. That's who I want to knock off.
Somebody from the AFC. I'm gonna say from the AFC. All right. If somebody gonna knock Mahomes off, let it be one of our AFC quarterbacks, not one of these NFC guys. That's all. I don't want to see an NFC guy get the knockoff. They don't deserve it.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't
want
to see Mahomes go to the Super Bowl again.
No. Somebody let an AFC guy knock him off, man. He didn't got out of here too many times, man, with some wild endings, man. So, yeah. Let one of us do it.
No, Bravo. To be honest, I think Fields is essential for the team's future, hoping his passing can progress. If Russ was really QB1 for the future, I don't think he would be getting subbed out for that spark we need offensively.
I think you can put it in quotations as spark to make it a little bit more like sensational, but still doesn't change the fact that Russ's production through the air was just as much of a spark as Phil's 30-yard run. So, like I said, it's just about how you want to spin it, how you want to emphasize one versus the other. I think both are very complimentary of the team, or complimentary for the team. I think from the organization's perspective, the division of labor via snap count kind of lets you know who they want out there versus who they don't want out there. Just when you look at one playing, was it 60 snaps and one playing 4 snaps. But I do think both of those guys, man, can help us out in a major way. I just think that we're in that weird space of trying to figure out who do we want to, kind of hitch our wagon to, so to speak, man. But we're still early in this process. Like with Fields, we unfortunately didn't get to see more of him. And with Russ, it's like where we're currently at is only a handful of games. So we're trying to make big decisions on a handful of information for both of these guys while you still got games remaining and the story still is being written. Like you said, man, if we bottom out, don't make the postseason, who wants to sign Russ to $40 million? We run the table or get into this postseason and you win a playoff for 2 games, now it's way different convo. You go to a Super Bowl, it's like, whoa, bro. So that's the part where, like I said, where we're having this convo right now is just still fluid in terms of the situation.
I do kind of get what he means, though, especially if you're talking about re-signing Russ and we're getting Fields in there for like 8, 9, 10 plays. It's like, do we feel like we have to bring in another Fields for Russ for the next like year or two? And then you got to question, man, like, why are we paying Russ then? Or like, how much faith do we really have in him being the guy long term? Because you're never having these conversations with Ben.
So were the 10 plays that were happening when Taysom Hill would come in for Drew Brees, was the convo, yo, do you even need Brees since you got Taysom Hill?
Oh, no. I'm not a fan of that stuff to begin with.
But that's how I look at it. I'm just like,
but
what changes that?
Here's what I'm saying, though. Yeah. Maybe it lessens the contract you're offering to Russ, though.
That's what we said, 40, though, versus 60. Versus 55.
Well, those numbers are insane
versus 45.
No,
we can't say they're insane. It's inflation. It's the market. The market is what the market is. We can't talk crazy and act like the market isn't that when that's what the market is. If we would all agree that, yeah, we like this quarterback versus the guy that made 60.
But I think we also, like you said, we got to see how it plays out because
I mean, the first 3 games, think about how people talked about him versus these past 2.
Well, last week might be an outlier because of the weather. We might have had more Fields packages because of the snow and the wind in the second half. Right. But if it becomes more and more of a trend where we're getting 8, 9, 10 plays from Fields, I think you might factor that in, depending on how Fields does and how Russ finishes off the season.
So, question for you then, and I'm sure in the chat as well. Why is it that if Arthur Smith is trying to utilize all the resources that he has for this offense to be more effective, it's viewed as a negative on Russ? Whereas if you put Justin Fields and kept him out there with Russ and did the exact same concepts via, hey, you're Cordell Patterson now, nobody would be looking at it as a negative for Russ. But because Russ comes off the field and it's like, oh, hey, Fields, we want you right here, now we're putting it as a negative to Russ. I just don't understand that part.
I'm guessing part of it is because of his age and just his lack of mobility compared to a Fields.
Okay.
Like that's got to be part of it because he doesn't have as much dynamic playmaking in him like he used to.
From a coaching standpoint, what they're trying to do is just make that team play 11 on 11 for situational plays. But if you don't do the rotational part of it and you just say, hey, you do all of this, we've already seen how it's a little bit more of a challenge in certain areas to effectively run that. That's what we talked about with Baltimore, how long it took them with Lamar. It's like, yo, if you do this, you got to be able to do it to this level. Otherwise, it's not going to work. We've already seen with Russ's model where it does. So I think with Arthur Smith, he's just trying to still kind of best of both worlds, so to speak. But I don't look at that as like, oh, this is bad on this guy. Like, I just look at it like, yo, he's just trying to maximize it. This is what you want from a coordinator, right? Or at least you would think.
Yeah. It's just you don't see this too often
But this isn't a situation that is often. This is the Breeze and Taysom Hill situation. That's why I brought it up like that, specifically that situation. Because who else has two quarterbacks or two guys that we felt production for both, provide sparks for both, unorthodox in terms of how you would use them, but we don't look at the second dude and say, oh yeah, he's the better pure quarterback than the starter. But in both offenses, they were used. Taysom Hill had a legit role in this offense, and it wasn't for 1 or 2. It was like multiple seasons down there. But I don't think no one ever talked bad about Breeze in that sense because of that. It was like, yo, you got a weapon, use the weapon. Make that defense have to, if it's 15 plays, they got to account for that, man, that's a great situation for us. I think we was, hey, Breeze sucks because of that, man, Breeze, bro. Breeze
I don't
can't
think
run.
anyone's saying Russ sucks.
No.
I think we're just wondering, how does it affect how we view Russ going forward and contracts and stuff?
So when no one's saying it sucks, but it's viewed as a negative is what I'm saying because of what you just brought up, the contracts and how you moving forward, etc. All I'm saying is when Taysom Hill was doing it with Breeze, it really wasn't viewed as like a negative on him.
You don't see it with any of these other, like Breeze is the one example. But yeah, I mean, to your point, it is a unique scenario because Brady didn't have a guy like Taysom Hill behind him.
Ben didn't have a dude like this. Nobody had this.
I mean,
I'm talking late Ben.
I'm just saying, though.
Nobody had this type of dude, bro.
You're not doing that with Ben. You're not doing that with Rodgers. You're not doing that with Manning, Brady. Any of these
We've never
dudes.
seen them in this situation with Arthur
They
Smith.
shouldn't have been doing it with
So
Breeze.
we do not
I think
know
they were doing
that.
it too much with Breeze.
We do not know how they would have handled that with Arthur Smith here at this stage of their career is all I'm saying. It's easy to sit here and say, oh, they would. Yeah, they didn't have those type of coaches. Those coaches got fired also, though. Did they not?
Who?
I'm talking about the Steelers coordinators that were here when Ben was at the end of it. They did not do what you said. Randy Fiegner, Matt Canada. Did both of them not get got? Not fired, just not retained.
Well,
so
was a bad hire to begin with.
All I'm saying is, you bringing them on the back end. I'm like, bro,
package or a dogs package out there isn't saving Matt Canada's job.
All
if anything,
I'm
I think
is
it's making
you,
it worse.
You don't think
you're taking Ben off the field.
I'm just saying you act like Arthur Smith wouldn't have eyed that and thought. All I'm saying is I don't put that past Arthur Smith. I know you brought him up. Like, I don't put that past him though. If that was a situation, unfortunately or fortunately, however we want to look at it, that just wasn't the case. But both of them dudes that were here that did not do any of that type of stuff, both of them got gone. And we talked about how the offense was at times under both of them dudes. And it's with a lot of respect both of them because I actually like them.
I mean, I don't know. So what are we getting at here? Because now we're talking about Arthur Smith.
Because I'm saying as a whole, I don't feel like it needs to be detrimental to how people are viewing Russ because Arthur Smith is trying to maximize the personnel that he has to make sure that this offense is cooking. That's all. But we could agree to disagree.
No, I think it's something to think about. Like if Arthur Smith and the team is liking what Fields is doing, given his age and where Russ is at in his career, and I don't. It's something to think about. If it continues going forward, and how much you pay Russ, and how much you're thinking about him seriously being your future, and it all depends on how the season plays out too.
Yeah.
Because if Fields gets the 8 or 9 plays, and Russ is what was his stat line last week? 21
to 28 for 270 and a touch.
Yeah, we're winning games. Then okay, it doesn't really matter that much. But if Russ's plays like. It's weird. It's messing up the game flow, and Fields is. I don't know. It's an interesting situation. It's something we've never dealt with here in Pittsburgh. It's something that teams who have had guys who have had like Hall of Fame guys really haven't dealt with or have done throughout the course of NFL history.
The fact that we got both of them here at this particular portion of their careers, but at the same contract situation as well, it's like that's what makes this so different than like any of the normal, this is how you handle it.
All right. We got Steeler Nation on fire. I really want to keep both Fields and Russ.
I think we all do right now. I think that's kind of the sentiment. Now, at what stage and what cost and all that, I think that changes it.
Steeler Nation on fire. The chance of Corey Trice coming back this week. I'm assuming he means that as a question.
Yeah. I think super strong. If I remember correctly, Coach Tomlin said no. He should definitely be back this week. Yeah, because he was they said he was on the door not the Thursday night game, that Sunday's game, he was on the door. He was listed as what would have been a full practice participant on the Monday, like, even though they didn't have practice, what would have been estimated. And then obviously it was a short week because of Thursday night game, so I'm sure that played a role in it. But yeah, I do think it's strong possibility he'll be out there this week, man. Obviously, we know they practice, I know they back on Tuesday. I don't know if they're actually going to practice Tuesday or not. But as long as he's a full participant this week, he should be good to go. And like I said, he was listed as what would have been a full participant for this past game. And even though it was a Thursday night practice, even though it was a Thursday night game, he was still listed as that. So it should, like I say, should be good, or at least closer to, real close to being good.
AJ Martinez says, Deke, how do you handle this man singing?
It's heavenly, bro. They talked about it. It said something like Whitney Houston.
I mean, I get by.
It don't sound like Whitney Houston, Deke. Deke, that's kind of crazy, Deke. Deke, that's wild. That's wild.
Make it
Deke.
through. I'm just
that's
plugging
wild.
along here.
Deke, that's wild. It don't sound like Mariah Carey for like All I Want for Christmas. That don't sound like that. Is that a classic? Deke, that's crazy,
Sorry.
Deke. Deke, that's wild, Deke. I don't sound like Ed Sheeran a little bit. No. I don't sound like Morgan Wallen. I don't sound like him. No. That's Kenny Chesney. That's tough, bro. That's tough.
Don Noriega has joined the upper room.
That's tough. I'm just hurt right now, bro. I'm just hurt. I'm sorry, Don Noriega. I'm just sad right now. All right. I'm learning a lot about what's going on here. All right. I thought that he said I sing like Ray Charles, Stevie Wonder. That's not the case. Deke, that's crazy, Deke. Not a little bit. Deke, that's wow. That's wild, bro. That's wild. Y'all know. Thank you, Esco. I'm Arthur Vandross. Yeah, put some respect on me, man. No Austin Powers. Don't call me Whitney Dallas. I'm Whitney Houston. All right, don't play with me like that. All right, I sang. All right, but anywho, Don Noriega, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. You heard that note, right? Think you heard the note, bro? Why you playing? Come on, think you doing me like that, man? Hey, doing me like that.
Steel Nation Fire. I think Austin got to move TJ around more.
How you feel about that? Versus him staying on his regular.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't care. Whatever TJ wants.
Yeah, I feel like, man, the majority of TJ production comes off of, left side playing against the right tackles. I know at times they've put him on that right side, and then they'll put him right back to his normal side on the left. I don't know, man. I feel like he's more effective just at his natural spot and just staying there and just rushing. I think when we start moving him around a little bit, sure, for every once in a blue moon, you might have a mix-up blocking the sign. I think that was the Giants game they talked about. It was like, oh, yeah, because they had moved him around, man, they ended up mixing up, forgetting to double him, and that was how he got that. I don't feel like that happens enough to, like, warrant it in my eyes. So that's why, personally, I would keep him where he's at. I just think that's where he's the best at, man. Let him, man, I'd much rather TJ get 20 or 30 reps of pass rush from his main spot, and we go from there. We might, change different fronts or change different packages around him if we want to create more one-on-ones. But I'm not a big fan of moving him around because I don't think his game is like Parsons, right? We talk about Michael Parsons. He does some little bit of the moving around. I think that's more of his wheelhouse. I think for TJ is the guy that you know where he's at, and it's a question of what are you willing to do resources-wise to stop him. If it means you got to put a tight end over there every time, a running back over there every time, so be it. That's why Highsmith better win. That's why Cam better win. That's why Larry O better win. And I think, to me, I would prefer that a little bit more than kind of doing the moving around stuff, man.
Richard Hunt, Moats, with the Steelers not traveling far for the rest of the season, can you talk about how beneficial that is?
Oh, yeah, man. Dude's going to be fresher. When you don't have to hop on them planes, man, you don't have to hop on them bus rides and stuff like that. Yeah, man. Just a lot more fresher, man. And not having to go far means it's a quick up and down when you do travel somewhere. Baltimore, quick flight. Philly, quick flight, right? So all of those places, man, it just, in theory, means that you should be a lot, more rested. Because long flights do suck at times. But you still got to go out there and ball. And that's the one thing, too, man. You got to ball. But the beauty is, man, who wants to sit on a flight 3-4 hours, man? Who wants to sit on that 5-hour flight? Don't want to do that, man. Or you take the 5-hour flight and you got a 30-40 minute ride on the bus to the spot. You're like, man, I don't want to do all that. So that's one of the benefits of it, man.
AJ Martinez says, I say we stumble versus Cincy. LOL versus Cincy, but we went out.
Stumble versus Cincy. That'll be 2 in a row.
Yep.
Yeah, I want 2 in a row. But it took 2 in a row last time to get 4 in a row.
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Mike Hood, Indiana deserved that beating. Their coach said O State sucks. He was a winner to Google it. Our QB told him Google Ohio State afterwards.
Yo, Chillo Signetti, man, he did say that, though. Yeah, he was like, I'm a winner. Google it. Yeah. I mean, he does win everywhere he's with, though, so we give him credit for that. And Indiana's off to their, best start in however many decades and years and stuff. But, yeah, man, OH a little different over there, man. So that was why they were the test. And, shout out to Ohio State. They what they supposed to do. They what they're supposed to do.
AJ Martinez says, give Russ 20 and Fields 10 if we can. Let's go.
Hey, look, man, any way we can save money, of course it's going to be a great situation. I just don't know if you're going to get Russ for 20.
AJ Martinez, 900 Juice, X Concepts, Leah, Mr. Hood, Barbarian.
Oh, he's shouting out the homies. He about to go on a little
Tito,
ride.
AJ,
Yep.
Lex, Tony, Michelle, Lisa. I don't know.
All right, hold on. He also has Noriega, Rod, Frank K, Tom, J, Steelers Girl, and then he also hit Pharaoh, Tidy 86. Shout out to Pittsburgh Tidy. And he says, blessings to all 55 and the dig #1. So shout out. Every once in a while, he's one feeling, express himself, show a little love, spread the shout outs. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Tons of fun says, yep, pack it up.
Respect.
Tons of fun also says, Allen, though, is great to watch. Will never win a Super Bowl. Lamar will never be anything but an MVP. And I said AFC and not you're reaching for NFC quarterbacks.
Okay.
That is fair. So AFC.
Yeah.
I'd throw Allen in there. I'd throw Lamar.
Said Burrow.
Herbert. Russ.
Would you throw Fields in there?
That's probably good. Well, he needs to do it more. I mean,
fair enough. Then
that would have been a caveat of keeping him in to see if he could duel it with a Lamar Jackson.
Respect.
Duel it with a Burrow. See what he does in the playoffs.
How you feel about Trevor Lawrence? We've seen him in the playoffs. Big comeback win versus one of the guys you named, too, in Herbert.
Well, it's tough.
And it was on the road,
It seems
too.
like that season is becoming more of an outlier of his career right now. That's the problem.
Fair. But you saw him do it, though.
Yeah. I mean, if I was a team, if I'm the Jaguars, that's why I'm giving him another year. If he was on the market, if I'm a team that needs a quarterback or is thinking about upgrading or thinking about hitting a higher ceiling, I'm absolutely considering Trevor Lawrence. Okay. But I don't think he could be in that conversation right now with these guys.
I got to ask, what about Tua?
Hell no.
He won this week. It's 3 in a row, bro.
That's cool.
It's 3 games in a row. It's 2, bro.
Against Drake May and the Patriots. in the regular season. That's fine. Nothing new.
Hey, bro. It's a 3-game winning streak, man. All right. He hot right now, man. Tua slinging that thing, man.
Where did they play that at?
I actually don't know. I don't even know. It was just funny that I was like, yo, it's 3 in a row right now, man. They said it's 2 back. Are the Dolphins back? Yeah. Back somewhere. I don't know where they at, though.
Of course, they played it down in Miami.
There you go.
Talk to me when he's got to go on the road against Kansas City. He's got to go on the road against Buffalo.
Where is it cold at? Take it to a cold place real quick, man.
Tons of fun. Also, most of those NFC quarterbacks you mentioned on teams we'd call super teams in the NFC or in the AFC. Lions,
Niners,
Eagles.
yeah. Niners, Eagles, Lions.
Not Niners anymore.
You not throwing Purdy in there no more?
No, I'd throw Purdy in there, but I think you're talking about Lions, Eagles in terms of being super teams right now. They are loaded. But Goff has gone to a Super Bowl. Goff played good in last year's playoffs.
Yeah. Goff's been to a Super Bowl, 2 championship or NFC and AFC championship. Yeah. It's 2 NFC championship games. Excuse me on that one.
Like I'd put him above the Kylers and all those other guys we listed in tier 2.
That's fair.
To having those teens.
Low key though, I would still have a little grievance with that. I just feel like in both of his runs, he's had some awesome supporting like teams. Whereas when you bring up Kyler, I'm like, yo, the Cardinals teams versus those Rams full body teams and them Lions full body teams that Goff has had, I don't think Kyler has had anything close to that. That's my only like.
Still haven't seen him do anything though. That's fair. It's almost like the Trevor Lawrence conversation.
He has done though. He's been to the postseason. He has a rookie of the year. I want to say under him. I'm saying it's way more. Like when you got to do it yourself. Like you got to be the one pulling them up versus, like you said, it's the Bentley.
He had good teams in Arizona though. Those teams were
would
like 8-0.
Would you say any of those teams were better than the Rams teams that Goff had?
I'm not saying that.
Or even these Lions teams. Like. Those are potentially great teams. One went to a Super Bowl and then one lost in the NFC Championship.
Yeah, those are really good teams. I think the Cardinals had good teams though, and the Kingsbury Kyler era for what a good 2-3 year stretch. Like they started off good. You can't tell me
when
they're starting off like 8-0 and stuff.
I don't think that their teams were as talented as those ones. That's all. Specifically the Rams, Lions. That's all. They were still good teams.
Yeah, that's fair.
They're still good teams. Yeah.
I mean, he's 0-1 in the playoffs. Like that's all we've seen from him though.
But because you bring up that specifically is why I reference specifically the team part of it.
Who you taking right now? Playoff game.
I'm taking Kyler Murray over Jared Goff. But if I'm taking teams, give me the Detroit Lions as a team over the Arizona Cardinals. Give me the Los Angeles Rams as a team over the Arizona Cardinals. That's what I'm saying. But if I'm saying I can have which player, if they both sitting here and I get to pick, give me Kyler. Yes. Who are you picking in that scenario?
Well, I don't think you're necessarily wrong, but I mean, part of it is what you've done in those big moments and stuff. Like so, I've actually got to seeing Goff do good things.
No facts.
Go to playoffs,
and that's part of it, man.
Be big in big moments. Yeah. They didn't lose that game last year because of him.
No, I'm with you on that.
Against San Fran.
To me, it's no different than when people were bringing up Purdy for MVP, and they're like, "This was last year," and they're like, "Hey man, why isn't Purdy MVP? Why he should be MVP?" And he's like, "Oh, well." This guy's actually more talented than this guy. But it's like, yo, he's still winning. He's still doing everything right. He's still driving the car. So it's like, I get that. He does put up numbers. He does do all of these right. So shout out to Goff with that. Same way shout out to Purdy with that. But to me, I want Kyler over Goff. And say when we were talking about some of the quarterbacks last year versus Purdy, it's like, yeah, I would have took some of them other dudes over Purdy as well. But their situations are the situations, and that's why they win it how they win it. So shout out to them on that.
Yeah, I mean,
you can only control what you can control.
That was a conversation people would try to have around Brady early in his career.
Yeah.
So what can you do, man?
Right.
The dude's a winner. The dude's balling out. So like,
Mahomes has been able to kind of prove it both ways now, because he's done it with the loaded deck, and we've seen him now without the loaded deck still be inevitable. Brady too, when he did it with Tampa. Even that Tampa team was still.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing, though. Yeah. I think sometimes it's just quarterbacks being in the right fit, the right system, and all that. Because I'll be honest. I feel like if you swap Kyler for Jared Goff, I don't know if he's as good on the Lions.
That's fair.
With the system and everything. Yeah. I think Goff plays Ben Johnson's offense. Probably not Ben Johnson being the coordinator that everyone thinks he is now. Does he tailor it a little bit more? But I think
right. I'm with
he fits the Lions, their mold, everything perfectly.
Yeah.
After getting traded from the Rams, chip on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, we can't take anything away from Goff. I'm just simply saying if I'm picking an individual player for player, I prefer Kyler.
Sure. Like you're doing a franchise fantasy
that's all
draft,
I'm looking at,
picking a team, right?
Yeah.
AJ Martinez says, Jaron, let's go, bro. Here we go, Steelers.
Shout out, Jaron. Pittsburgh Steelers for life.
Jeff H., could I get both of you's best mustard?
You ain't heard the Kendrick album, right?
I don't know. I don't know what he's referencing.
Yeah, so on the new Kendrick album, man, I forgot what track it is. Kendrick just literally yells out mustard for like, I don't know how long. And it was just like so random. Like, yo, what are you doing, Kendrick? But that was his vibe. So, Mustard! All right, there you go, man.
Tons of Fun says, if you're going to play stupid with 2 QBs, you might as well have them both out there. Russ in the gun and Fields next to him. Go full stupid.
All right, let's get it. We also had AJ Martinez. He says, the Don, the one, what's up, brother? Let's go. And then we also had a couple that came in earlier, too, from Xavier TG as well, man. He says, we are giving Russ too much slack. If Fields were the QB when we kicked 6 field goals, we would have been having a different conversation right now. Slander Russ. How do you feel about that? If Fields were the QB when we had the 6 field goals, we would be having a different conversation. But Russ is getting too much slack.
Well, Fields did play in a game when we kicked 6 field goals. That was week 1. So hold on. What? Yeah, are we saying, or is he saying that Fields would get ripped on more for the Ravens?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But then he says slanderous, as if like he's getting slandered. I don't know.
I don't know. I think I'd just be pumped about getting the win against the Ravens. I think I'd be giving credit to Fields. I think I gave.
Maybe saying he won a tough
Russ.
game, didn't make the mistakes.
Yeah, 6 field goals means 6 scoring drives, and you got to think of that game flow.
Yeah,
there's no reason to be putting the ball in harm's way early in that game. We were up. Tucker was missing field goals.
You know, the other thing that I would say...
Is he getting too much slack because we didn't convert in the red zone enough? Maybe that's what he's getting at.
I mean,
Fields has been good in the red zone.
But I feel like both quarterbacks, we've been... Like, people in terms of, like, overall have been critical of both of them at various points. If people might have been more critical of Fields, I think maybe because he's still a lot less proven. So there's still going to be a sense of skepticism surrounding him. Whereas with Russ... Even though there is still some skepticism about does he still have it, we all would agree there was a consensus that he's already at some point proven that he was capable of being one of the best at this level. So I think maybe that might play into it. It's like all right, we don't know if he still has it, so that's where that comes from. Whereas with Fields, it was they're trying to see, is he ever going to get to that level? So I don't know, but I think both of them have been like critiqued at a certain level regardless of how successful they've been individually and as a team, because both of their records now are the same as the starters here. No, excuse me, Russ has 1 loss under it. Yeah,
he's 4-1.
He's 4-1. Fields is 4-2. Yeah, but it was like they both have had performances where they look good, some where they look really good, some where they just look good. But I don't think either one have had bad or god awful where we're like, yo, this ain't it. Like, I don't think either one that's been the case.
Right. Yeah. If anything, they're on a similar trajectory.
Yeah.
I think some of Fields' best games were early on. Russ's best games were his first
couple
3.
ones, yeah.
And then he's evened out these last 2. Although last week 270 and a touchdown in the snow.
And that's my
it's
whole
just because we
thing.
didn't win, I feel like. And maybe it's because we got Fields in for a lot of other snaps, more snaps than usual. It made it feel like Russ had a down game.
Because I'm like, was that considered bad?
Sacks.
Yeah, I'm like, I get the sacks part. Like, if we want to go there, like,
no, he
sure.
played good.
But I'm like, I didn't get that he played bad from Thursday night's game.
No, I didn't get that either.
I do like this part, though. As people continue to push it one way or the other, you know, how they want to, you know, root for this guy versus that guy. The sacks part. When did you getting sacked become more on the QB versus the protection? Because I've seen people bring up like that as like the negative on Russ all of a sudden. I'm like,
well, I think it just all depends on play-by-play basis.
I watched the sacks. It's like, what sack from the Myles Garrett 3 where we say that he was, he's holding it back on?
He could have maybe got it out for his first read. I would say that's about it for some of those plays, but I don't know if those guys are open. So
right,
again,
so it's like, what's your first read though? It's
that's
like,
not necessarily on Russ or not. I don't know.
But like I've seen that pop up multiple times where they're like, yo, he takes a sack, he takes me. I'm like, so what are like, is that not a protection part? Because we talk protection. I'm like, I don't feel like some of these plays is him just sitting back there take forever. It's like, I don't know. But like I said, that's kind of how I look at it at times. And there are certain plays where it is designed for you to take a shot downfield. You'll look at the tape and it's a 2-man route where you're supposed to have time to be able to hold that ball for a 5-second drop or 5-step drop and get it off. That, I don't know. That's just, like I said, how I think of it, man. But shout out, man. Shout out.
I think Xavier TG says, y'all know I'm talking about that Ravens game.
This one we're talking about, right? The 6 field goals, right?
Yeah. Was he the one that made the comment?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, must be.
Yeah, but I don't think we would have looked at Fields or talked worse about Fields because of the 6 field goal game. But I will say this: we obviously know not everybody feels that way. We've seen. I think Dan Orlovsky. He was the first guy to say like you can't win those type of games not scoring touchdowns. And then was it Cam Newton? Him recently said that basically like the team is like carrying Russ. So not everybody agrees. Some of them do look at him a little bit differently. You know,
he's just playing good. I think he's playing fine. We got to get better in the red zone, sure, but it's almost like the conversation we were having with Fields. We're winning games, man. I mean, it buys you time. If we were 2-3 or 1-4 with Russ and we're not scoring in the red zone, we're having serious conversations about putting Fields back in.
Yeah,
when he buys you time.
Yeah,
and just the fact that we're putting up points the way we are, and they're not all necessarily red zone completions. Some of them are at the high red zone. Some of them are deep shots. So like you got to look at all that. I just know, we for the most part we're putting up points at a decent clip here. Yeah. Last 2 games, a little bit of a downturn, but then you got to realize we were playing the Ravens. 18, we got all the field goals and stuff. I'll take that all day, every day. And then last week, weird Browns game. Balls missed a field goal. We didn't convert on some 4th downs. Hey. AJ Martinez says, my heart tells me we win 34-13, but my head tells me it's rough. But Russ, the better quarterback. We should win.
Oh, Deke, no.
That's tough.
Deke, why did you do that, bro? Why you make that face? I'm going to get in trouble, too. I've been reading the comments. They say I laugh too much. So I'm supposed to be, like, serious in here with you, Deke, all right? I'm sorry. But why you make that face, bro? You got me in here laughing again, bro. That's crazy. You don't agree with what AJ said? You don't agree with that? AJ said we got Russ is the better quarterback, bro.
I would trade Russell Wilson for Joe Burrow right now in a heartbeat.
Yo, you got to chill, man. Russ our quarterback right now, bro. You can't be saying that out loud, man.
You know what?
Don't say that out loud, man. Yeah, he's our guy, all right?
I think he's got a good chance to outplay Burrow this week.
Nah, no, you ain't talking about some facts, Deke. No, don't you be co-signing this, man. No. Hey, I got to be serious with you. All right, I'm locked in, man. All right, here we go. Can't believe you going to say, boy, say hoops. He couldn't hold it in. Dude, faith. What was that? Who you say? That? No.
Part of the benefit we have whenever we go up against Lamar Jackson and the quarterback matchup, Russ versus Lamar, and I could say Russ is going to outplay Lamar just because Lamar's going up against our defense, and Tomlin does a good job against Lamar and everything. I don't know if I could say the same thing about our defense against Joe Burrow, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I don't think it goes that way when we play Burrow.
Yeah. It's a little different approach. But shout out to Russ, though, man. But, yo, I wasn't expecting your face to just... You ain't even try to hide it, Deke. You really just... Like, you had that bitter beer taste. Like, no, this don't sound right. Can't go with this one. Hey.
Yeah, Burrow's playing really good right now, man. And he has been playing good when he's not injured.
Yeah, unfortunately, healthy Burrow, I don't see bad Burrow. I just see like healthy versus not healthy versions. But he's still, our pass rush, all right, they still got to protect. All right. And
what pass rush?
Don't throw him like that, Deke. Don't throw him like that, Deke. Let him bounce back this week. They just needed some rest, all right? They needed some rest.
I told you, I've been worried about this defense a little bit.
And listen, my concerns are just when my pass rush isn't pass rushing, okay? When the pass rush is pass rushing, everybody looks great. Everybody looks way better, okay? I'm going to blame it on the snow. They ain't had their snow tires on either, all right? We talked about on the offense, some people not having snow tires on, all right? We forgot our snow tires on defense and the pass rush, okay? So this the good week, though. We back. There's no snow in this forecast on Sunday.
I think this is really the true test for the defense, actually.
Oh, for a fact,
because
this is the test, bro. This is the best offense we're
going into that Ravens game, I was talking about the defense slipping a little bit, going up against lesser quarterbacks, lesser offenses at times. But we have traditionally done a good job against Lamar.
Yeah.
And we saw what happened last week. I think the sketchy defense popped up a little bit at times against Jameis and that Browns offense. But now we're like, and that's my point. It's like, all right, we're getting away with it in some of these games, and the defense is making these clutch stops. But there are some hiccups along the road, and we can't afford these hiccups against a Joe Burrow, a Mahomes, and some of these other offenses we're going to have to go up against in the playoffs if we want to hit our ultimate goal.
Not with you. And this is just the part that I always laugh at when we talk offense versus defense. Offense could be bad 10 out of 12 possessions. You score 2 touchdowns at the end to win it. We love you. Defense could be great for 10 out of 12 possessions, but you give up that game-winning touchdown and we like, hey, bro, you suck. Hey, man, what's going on with you guys? And in all them games that we done talked about, good game versus bad game, it's like numerous occasions that we would point to that and even say, oh, that's a good. And if you were offense, that would have been touchdown. But because you play defense, it's like, hey, bro, at the end when we lost, when we needed that stop versus them Cowboys, the other turnovers ain't matter, bro. Hey, that Browns game, we needed that stop. Hey, man, all the other stuff, it ain't matter. And that's the part that's just like, I get it. It's a part
above the line.
No, I'm with you. In all seriousness, though, it's not even a right versus wrong. It's just the reality of it. And that's why we say as a defender, you could play 99 good snaps, but all it takes is one, and it's a bad day. And we love that pressure. But that's the part where it's like, when you really break it down, it was like, bro, if we chalk up how many possessions the defense has versus how many possessions the offense has, the defense is going to be having the better game majority of the season in terms of just the overall positive possession. But all it takes is a handful of these moments for offense, and the perception is just different because they score the points. And that's why it is what it is with that, man. So I do get it, but that's the part as a defender where you're just like, bro, we got to be perfect from start to finish. You're like, yes, you do. You absolutely do. But that's what the expectation is. It's not a bad thing. That's what you signed up for. Hey, man, ain't nobody about to come here and hold your hand. You know what it is, so you got to have that mindset with it. But, yeah, shout out to the defense, though, man. They do what they think. But offense is definitely, man, yeah. That's why it's a team effort, though. You need them all, man. You need them all.
AJ Martinez, we are the AFC North champs then.
Let's go.
31 to 10 against the Bills.
Oh my gosh! Now you. I
guess that's in the divisional game.
Now y'all doing a lot. Now you're doing a lot.
31 to 10 against the Bills, and then he also says we win 20 to 18 against KC. That must be the AFC Championship.
No, he probably had the division game versus the Chiefs, AFC Championship versus the Bills.
Well, it don't matter either way.
As long as the AFC Championship, if it's the AFC Championship, I think it's cool. You know what I mean? If it's not AFC Championship, I ain't really feeling this order of operations.
So you want the Bills in the divisional?
No, I would like the Bills to be in the AFC Championship, and I want the Chiefs to be the divisional game. Yes.
I'm just saying, if it's Steelers-Bills in the divisional or the AFC Championship, does that change who you root for?
Don't do that. You're asking way too many specific questions. I would just like that matchup.
The Steelers in the AFC Championship?
I prefer that matchup in the AFC Championship. I've seen
it multiple. Both Bills?
I've seen it in the wild card. I want to see if we have a different outcome in the AFC Championship. I want to see. You know what I mean? I don't feel like first 2 rounds is going to change. I just want to see AFC Championship. Like that's.
I say we just get it over with in the wild card.
Don't do them like that. Put them in the AFC Championship. Let's see what breaks first. You know what I mean?
I want to see the Bills in the wild card or the division.
You've seen how it went in the wild card. We've seen that wild card matchup. We've seen this wild card matchup play out.
Well, it might be at home this time.
We've seen this wild card matchup play out, man. Wild
card play this week.
Come on, man. Why are you doing
that? Don't they have
a
matchup?
I gotta look. They do. They were just on a bye this week, man. In fact, it's actually who is it? Let me pull it up.
The Niners.
Yeah. It is. Yeah, at prime time. Yeah. 8:20.
Damn.
Yeah,
Bills might be lucking out. No Purdy.
Lucking out. It's the Niners, bro. Niners are a good team, man.
Not really.
They might have Daniel Jones out there soon. Today's Monday, right?
My one take might be on the money. I said Purdy might have peaked year 2.
Don't do that. He's been hurt, man. Purdy throws practice out on Monday. They said Purdy was out there practicing today. He was throwing passes.
Okay, good.
We got to see where Daniel Jones might be out there, bro. I might be seeing Daniel Jones in that Niners uniform. He said he wants to go to a contender. That's what he said, bro.
To back up?
Yeah. Low key, no, like, dead serious, that's what he said, though. Yeah, he was like, I want to go to a situation where, it's a contender. And, yeah, I think in his mind, you play the odds of if the guy gets hurt, you get a chance. If he doesn't get hurt, you get a chance to still be around a winning organization and see what it's like with a proven guy or a guy that is the franchise. And then from there, you kind of make your decision off of that. I mean, I'd like it for Daniel Jones because I think we all kind of thought like, yo, just get on somewhere where you can go start at right now. But I like this approach. Yeah, going to the
Raiders would be a disaster.
Yeah, but I like the approach from him. He's like, I'm not about to make it worse for me by going somewhere that is like bad right now. Let me go somewhere where they actually got something going on. Philly makes a lot of sense. Your homie up there already.
I said that as a joke.
Hey, who's their backup? You think you can beat him out? Who you think they would rather have? Daniel Jones on the vet minimum
KP.
Or Kenny Pickett on his minimum, huh?
KP.
I'm just saying, man. They might like Daniel Jones for the vet minimum, bro.
Already.
They like, that's the minimum. Yeah, we see what happened with the last Giants player we took. Yeah.
Where could he go? Maybe Tampa Bay.
I don't think Tampa's big enough. I don't feel like Baker's proven enough. That might get uncomfortable. Like, Baker's their guy, but I think Baker still is going to be like, yo, why are you here?
Who's their backup, though? Trask. I mean,
yeah.
That's a big upgrade over Trask.
Yeah, 1,000%. But I feel like I need my QB1 to be, like, rock solid if I'm bringing Daniel Jones in. Like, if Daniel Jones is in Dallas with Dak, it's like, I don't feel like Dak just feels ultra confident with that. Same way if Daniel Jones out there saying Fred with Purdy, I'm like, hey, could get a little awkward a little bit,
That'd actually be a good one.
I think that's the Sam Darnold approach. Sam Darnold out there, I'm like, yo, you do the same thing. Get you with a guy that knows what he's doing offensively, with the team that shows they're professional.
Detroit wouldn't be bad.
I like Detroit a lot for him personally. Would Jared Goff be in any danger at any point, though?
No.
Okay.
No. It's specific. I mean, this season.
Not this season. No. I'm not saying not this season.
No, he's done. He's a free agent.
Yeah.
Next off season. So that's why I don't even think like the Baker stuff. Or if you went to some of these teams, you're just going to be backup. You're just going to play if the starter gets hurt.
Respect.
I'd say Lions should be the top pick. I don't even know who their
because
backup
if Goff goes down, man, you get in there. It's your opportunity. Yeah.
Might be able to do some stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
Might be able to salvage the season because let me see who their backup is. Hendon Hooker. Yeah, I'd say I'd want Daniel Jones in a playoff game over Hendon Hooker. At least he won one.
Yeah. Who else could we? What other team? Because Texans are fringe right now. Buffalo, but we got Mitchie up there. Even though
you'd want Danny Dimes
for
over
certain
Mitch,
Danny Dimes
right?
For certain Danny Dimes can pull
in a
up
playoff game.
For certain Danny Dimes can pull up, bro. Absolutely. I don't know any other.
Green Bay don't really need him. Malik Willis.
Kansas City don't need him. They got Wentz out there.
Yeah, they probably stick with Wentz.
Mm-hmm.
LA.
Denver, maybe.
Are they out of contention status though?
Rams or Chargers?
Well, actually both.
Because I could see either one. I could see him going to Chargers. I think he would like the Chargers actually.
Low key Ravens, I guess.
He fits their model in terms of the athleticism.
Because who's even their backup anymore?
Yeah, because Huntley's down in Miami now.
Huh.
It's not Masurley, is it? No.
Who?
I was going to say Trace, but no, he's not there no more. That's done. That's been done.
I feel like they brought in someone.
Yeah.
Actually a decent... No. Josh Johnson. So, yeah,
Josh, okay.
You would definitely want Daniel Jones over him.
Okay.
And you're right with the Chargers. I think don't they have like Easton Stick or something? If that's your main backup, that's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Dolphins.
They got a Pro Bowler down there, bro.
I mean,
I know you don't like their Pro Bowl, but they got a Pro Bowl backup, bro.
It's not a real Pro Bowl.
Oh my God! If Kenny would have got that nod, would you have called it a real Pro Bowl?
It would have been borderline. I just would have. It was way more deserving than Tyler Huntley. I know that.
I was like, yo, if either one of them had, I think we were looking at the same.
Got Heineke actually.
Man, I'm taking D Jones over Heineke.
I would too.
Yeah.
Kenny's. I mean, we would have to acknowledge it. It's like the Jameis Winston type of Pro Bowl.
Yeah,
it's like
respect.
one of those. He actually,
I'm glad you said
he had a decent season, but it's just not Pro Bowl.
I'm glad you said Jameis because I'm with you. His wasn't worthy. Now Tyrod's was worthy. So shout out to you. No, you named the right one. You named the right one. You named the right one. Tyrod about to take Rodgers' spot, man. Chill out, man. You see they say we want Tyrod. That's how I know where you from.
They're saying Rodgers to the Steelers 2025.
We've already passed this. We don't want him here. You already told me that. You told me that on numerous occasions. You called people cucks. That's what you said. So we don't want him. Keep him over there, man.
Well, no, the timeline with all that was middle of the season when people were calling for Rodgers.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was ridiculous. It was sad.
Yeah, you said you don't want him. That what you said. I didn't even know what that word meant. I was like, what is this word? I don't even know what it means.
It was just disgraceful. It was so disrespectful to Seven. I'm still disgusted by how the fake fans acted.
So how could you even?
Well, no, I said
even say Rodgers.
Well, listen. After Ben retired, and I think it was that offseason. Rodgers was still going back and forth and was talking about going to a new team. I said I was willing to bury the hatchet with the fake fans so we could go forward and try to build the best team possible. And if Rodgers is available, listen, I'm not going to deny us that chance. Still would never forget what the fake fans did, though, in Seven's final season. But, I mean, listen, we got to still see how the season plays out. But
you like what you're saying with Rodgers right now?
He still got it. Tough scenario.
Part of it's self-inflicted. I'm about to say, yeah.
Part of it's self-inflicted.
He quarterbacked the whole thing. Let me get that guy here. I want this player here. I want that coach here. Just set up.
We saw it work out with Russ here for this year. In terms of him leaving an organization where he wanted power, it didn't work out.
Yeah.
Has to go to a new spot, be humbled a little bit, lose the power.
I think Russ's temperament is a little bit different than
Right, that's the other thing.
I'll
give you that too. It's different vibes for sure.
Yeah, Russ seems like he buys in and everybody like wants to be around him. I feel like Rodgers is like an acquired, like it can be a little prickly at times. Yeah.
I think Rodgers.
But you think he still has it though?
I do. Yeah, he can still throw the ball. Obviously, he's not as mobile or anything, but he can still play. Should
they use the 2 quarterback system to like help with some of the mobility for him?
Hell no.
But they offense is struggling. They struggling at times. You don't think that'll help them out? They got an athletic quarterback that can come in here and run in though. Tyrod Pro Bowl in his belt already. I'm just throwing it out there, man.
They just need some competency around Rodgers. Okay. Now again, part of that's his own fault for bringing in Hackett and
he brought in every offense.
Yeah, pretty much
this
the
guy,
mess.
I want this dude. I want
everything.
that.
Yeah, it's just been bad. But yeah, I think he would do well under a system, a structure like the Steelers. I think he respects Tomlin a ton.
You think he would respect the structure? I don't think
he'd have no other option. He'd have no other option.
See, with Rodgers, he always has an option because Rodgers will go nuclear. Rodgers, man.
I don't know what his market's going to be like.
That's also true.
If the Steelers, listen, if he's available and the Steelers are open for business, where are his best options?
Russ, I was gonna. So tell me this: between Russ and Rodgers, who has the better market this offseason?
Great question. I actually think that's a great question. It might be similar. It might be actually kind of similar. Because Rodgers, bigger name, more accomplished career-wise, all that stuff.
But louder negatives with him, though.
That's fair. That's fair. I think it would be similar, but here's the thing. Here's the caveat with the whole Rodgers talk going to the Steelers. I think Russ is still the better fit here. If everything plays out like it should, we're not even thinking about Rodgers.
So what makes him the better fit versus Rodgers?
He's playing better right now.
So
younger?
Take the jerseys away. Who's the better quarterback? Just skill right now to you. Because you said Rodgers still doing it, right? He can still sling it. So kind of like what I said with the Kyler Murray versus Jared Goff. Y'all two just standing right there, and I'm just picking which one I want. And I said, bro, give me Kyler. So you got Russ right there. You got Rodgers right there. Which one you picking? Who coming with you?
I got to stick with Russ.
All right, respect.
He's playing better right now.
Respect.
He's playing better. He's younger. Beat Rodgers head to head.
Yeah, he did. I'm with you.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just like if it continues to play out, if Russ continues on this pace, then he's gonna just flat out have a solid season. You know, if we go on a playoff run and everything, it's like I'm not risking switching all that up. We've been begging for continuity.
Yeah.
Over these last couple of years, ever since Ben retired, and now we finally could have that in Russ. Just stick with that.
I'm with you. But that was,
and I think the other thing you got to consider with Rodgers is just the personality and
there's a lot that comes with it, man.
Right. Yeah. That type of stuff.
It's like it gets to the point where he's not T.O. or Ocho Cinco, but it's, you know, if you sign this is what comes with this, and it's gonna either you welcome it or you're gonna be like, yo, I don't want that here. Whereas with Russ, I just think that it's a way more like universally acceptable approach in terms of how he comes here, you know?
The only way I see it happening is if our season goes to shit.
I don't see a scenario where Rodgers works here personally, bro. Like, I've never been in a locker room with him, but from everything that I've kind of viewed of him, I'm just like, bro, I know Coach T. I don't see how this works, bro. Like, you're going to want to be 7 and want 7, like, stuff. 7 did it here, though, so that's why he got that. You did not. You kind of got it.
He might not, though, coming off of this Jets disaster. He just might not have an option. He might want it, but he might not have an option.
I'll believe it when I see it. I'm with you. I just don't know if he is going to feel that way in the sense of not having an option. I think for him, his option is, I'm Aaron Rodgers. I got this. Get out of here. Like, or I'm out. I'll find another job somewhere else. Another team will call me. Like, I think that that's his energy. I think that's a little bit different than like the traditional, hey man, this is your, you know how many legs you got left, baby? Come on, man. You better fall in line, Russ. You know what I mean? Like, hey Russ, this ain't gonna be Denver. Don't come here ask for no private office. Like, Russ is like, oh, all right, I got you. Like, I'm here to work. Remember, he said, I'm here to compete. Nothing's given to me. I'm here to compete. I already know this. I don't think Rodgers is going to, like, you imagine we hitting, hey, Rodgers here, but yo, you competing with Justin Fields still, all right, bro? We don't know if it's all the way you just said.
Well, that ain't happening. You bring in Rodgers, it's Rodgers.
No, we didn't even communicate that when it was Russ versus Kenny is all I'm saying, bro. So now we go communicate that if it was Rodgers versus Fields all of a sudden. What's the difference? I don't see the difference in either of those. It was Russ versus Kenny. And the communication publicly was what? It's an open competition, man. Hey.
Rodgers is on another tier. Oh, he just is.
How many years? Not right now. It's been 2 years. You could low-key say this. Well, Russ, it was 2 years. It wasn't long he was in Denver. It was not long. That's crazy.
I get that, but it's different. It's different with Rodgers versus Russ.
Because you said Rodgers got how many MVPs? You said he got that, and he could do this.
I think there's an extra.
Russ has had more career success,
deference
though.
Or reverence towards Rodgers.
Has Russ not had more team success, though? Super Bowl champ and went to another one. When does Rodgers went back?
That's tough. I mean, it's funny. It's funny because
that's what you be saying. You be saying this, bro. That's what you be saying, bro.
No, it is because I mean, the game that Rodgers didn't go to the Super Bowl was the onside kick debacle. That's the tough part.
Still, hey, man. Come on, man.
They're similar in terms of playoff consistency, getting there. Mm-hmm. Both have a Super Bowl, but then I think Rodgers has just had better elite play over the course of his career than Russ. That's all. But Russ is up there. Don't get me wrong. This is why I'm saying I wouldn't swap out Russ for Rodgers. Like, I think there is, like, if you're bringing in Rodgers and our season goes to shit, or we have a quarterback opening, you're not talking about Rodgers open competition versus Fields or whoever else is there. Mm-hmm. I just think there's a different level with that as opposed to Russ and how things ended in Denver and everything. That's all. And I would assume and it's not like you'd be getting Rodgers on $1 million contract. I think that would be different too.
That changes everything.
I think the money would dictate that as well, where you're not doing a competition with Rodgers.
I think I'm with you. It's a lot more nuance to all of that. I just wanted to simplify it to just talk just player versus player, and that was kind of how we did it right there. But yeah, there's way more nuance. Russ on $1 million deal made that way more appealing to us. Rodgers, what's the number we're talking about? Are you willing to pay Rodgers $40 when we're talking about paying Russ $40? Is Rodgers open to taking 40? Could we get Russ for 35? Would you want to get Rodgers at 35?
20,
you know what I mean?
Rodgers
Like
25.
Yeah.
Brady
Is Rodgers going to be maybe cheaper because of the 2-year stint in the with the Jets and because of how everything kind of played out? Does that knock his market down some? I think all of that is definitely going to, be at play with this. But if we just simply talking player versus player, I think that was the interesting part of it, man. Because they both are talented, I think that's the fun part about it. Like, you feel confident with either one, right?
I wouldn't even be opposed to having Fields over Rodgers. Say the season goes to shit. We don't see really Fields again outside of the gadget plays.
Okay.
And it's Russ that's leading the charge on the downward spiral. So Fields' stock is still kind of
or
level.
Maybe it's not a downward spiral. Maybe we go to the division round, we lose, but he leaves in free agency.
Russ leaves.
Maybe just Russ bounce.
He just wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah, he's want to go somewhere else.
We lowball. Con artist lowball.
Sierra was like, yo, I don't like Pittsburgh like that. I want to go somewhere else, man. They paying more to go over here. Russ, let's go over here.
Like, I'd maybe lean more Fields over Rodgers, honestly. Just, hey, let's try it with Fields and him being our future. I liked what I saw. Whereas Rodgers, it's just going to be a 1-year thing, 1 or 2 year thing. Unless Fields was open to backing up Rodgers for a year.
I think that's a tough ask for Fields, bro. I think that's a tough ask for Fields, bro.
But I would seriously have the conversation of bringing back Fields over Rodgers.
All right, so for me,
just for continuity purposes, vibes purposes, trying to build for something in the future.
Yeah, I think if I'm making the decision based on everything you just said right there, give me Fields. If I'm strictly talking talent, give me Rodgers. But as a whole, I am like, I don't want Rodgers. If it's me personally, I don't want him in here versus Fields. I think Fields is way more of a, let's do it all together, versus I think with Rodgers, you get a little bit more of the me, and it rubs people the wrong way. And based off of, like I said, how we do it here, man, family-oriented, man, that's kind of the mindset with this. Nobody bigger than that. Even when we had the Killer Bees here, that was still the vibe. So I just don't know, based off of now 2 different locations we've seen him in. Yeah, I just don't know if that's his temperament.
Humbled Rodgers, though?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. Have we seen that version yet?
Early in his career, I'd say.
When he was the People's Champ.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm saying, the People's Champ version, yeah.
Yeah, early in his career, won the Super Bowl and everything. I think probably after that, started winning those MVPs and everything.
Nah, that's why you got him, huh?
Although, actually...
No, he won't. It was the second chill. He was cool.
I'd say it was probably
the darkness got him, bro.
Yeah, like mid to late 30s.
Yeah, he found peace in there and, just made everything else a little... And then, let's leave it at that. Shout out to him, though. He's still talented as heck, though. Still talented as heck.
Yeah. What else are we talking about here? I guess we got more super chats, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be probably my third option right now. If we're just...
Bro, I don't even know how we got to that because the comment was AJ. No. That was AJ because he said Russ is the better quarterback. And you made that face behind Joe Burrow. And that's what took us down this. I was like, yo, how do we get here? Yeah.
I might have missed some of these because we were talking.
So hold on. So AJ wasn't finished with his prediction either. He says Steelers are going to defeat the Detroit Lions in the Super Bowl 17-16, and TJ Watt is the Super Bowl MVP. I don't hate that at all, man. I ain't hating that at all. All right. Let's take that like back. I like how you like that one right there. All right. Next one. Tons of fun. He says, all I'm saying is we'll never, at least not in this decade. Okay. My bad.
He says, all I'm saying is we'll never at least
I think he's saying not this decade.
Or build a super team for Russ and Fields. The AFC success these years has been coaching quarterback. Mm-hmm. If you believe in Tomlin, get him a quarterback.
I don't think it's a question about believing in Tomlin. I think from the way it sounds like you're communicating is that you don't believe in the quarterbacks that we currently have, which is fine. But I think for Coach Tomlin, he believes he has the quarterback, not just him. I don't know if you saw Patrick Peterson. He was talking too. He was like, last year they felt like they were only one particular piece away. And he says they have that piece now. And he was referencing
He's
quarterback.
Talking about a new coordinator.
Yeah, he specifically said quarterback, too. He was like, quarterback.
I was talking about Matt Canada.
Fair enough. But the words he said. He might have been implying that, but he said quarterback.
That's what he really meant.
You might be right though. You could definitely be right, but he for certain said quarterback. I was like, oh, it even printed quarterback like Q, and I was like, oh, all right. But you could be right though. He could have had that on his heart too. But I think for Coach Tomlin, they believe that Russ is that guy. Number one, because Russ has already shown that he is. He's already won a Super Bowl. We talked about there's not a lot of quarterbacks that have ever even won one, let alone played in 2 Super Bowls, and he did that. So, yeah, like I said, for Coach Tomlin, I think he feels he has the guy. And if you've listened to his messaging since Russ has been here, right, and all through training camp and all through the first part of the season when Fields was having success and people were like, yo, we should put Fields, he should be the guy. Coach Tomlin never changed off of who he said was his guy because he truly believes he has his guy. So I think the real question is, tons of fun. Do you believe that Coach Tomlin, because it's coach and QB, do you think he's good enough? Do you think Russ is good enough? I mean, you might already feel like they're not, and I think that's kind of what you've alluded to. And like I said, man, if that's the case, hey, man, I ain't about to change your mind on it. That's how you feel. But we'll see. Because I think for Coach Tomlin, he feels that they do have the pieces in place with the coach and the QB.
AJ Martinez says if we got a 2 QB system, defense is going to shit.
Man, it makes you have to account for that extra part of it, man. It takes away preparation for, the other elements of what offense brings to the table. And it's still a challenge when you do, even if it's a handful of snaps versus the whole game, any play where you have to account for that extra player over there in terms of him in the running game and not just being able to say, hey, safety, you're our extra defender. We're always going to have a +1 here. That just puts a lot more stress on your defense. Now, the problem is finding guys that can do that and still pass at a high level. Hence the reason why it's a ton of college spread offenses and not a ton of college or a ton of NFL spread offenses. Because to find that guy that can run, is fast, can hold on to the ball, can also sustain the punishment. They still talk about Jaden Daniels might have broke ribs or his ribs have issue. And it's like, yo, when you're a running quarterback, hey man, one hit, it changes a lot. We saw Anthony Richardson. We saw with that the first 2 series of that game, we like, bro, hey Rich, or first series of that game, we like, bro, hey Rich, man, hey bro, what you doing over here, man? And then what? Minka, right? It don't take long. So finding that guy that can do all of the leg stuff and be durable is a challenge. And then to throw in a guy that can actually throw the football and not just have a big, strong arm, actually have some of that touch, some of that accuracy, the anticipation, being able to read coverages. You're asking a lot. So that's part of also why, even with Justin Fields, is like I said earlier, we're trying to like best of both worlds, him in our situation right now. But yeah, that's a challenge, man.
AJ Martinez's 3's problem knows he don't have the protection. 3 got to be on the move from the snap, throw, on the run.
At times, yes, but at the same time, I don't want to act like our offense line doesn't give Russ time. I feel like they do give him time. I just think that they have some moments. No different, man. We talk about the defense having moments. I think offensive line, they're just not as talented. So, yeah, you will see those moments kind of pop up on occasion. But, yeah, Russ, to me, man, like I don't think it's him holding the ball problem. I don't feel like our offensive line is god-awful either. I think it's just a handful of times, man, there's been some bad plays, and they all seem to happen high red zone area or red zone, and it's like, negative play here. And now we're hypercritical of it, which is appropriate, cause and effect and stuff like that.
AJ Martinez says, I don't know who's funnier, 5'5" or Diggler. Pull it.
Listen, I'm trying not to be the funny guy no more, man. All right? I be getting in trouble. Deke, they was like, yo, I don't even watch anymore because he laughs too much. I stopped subscribing because I don't know why he thinks it's so funny. I don't know. I like what they're talking about, but he just laughs way too. I was like, bro, and it was like multiple people, Deke. I was surprised. I ain't know laughing and enjoying convos with my dog was a bad thing, bro. But that's what they told me. I was like, Lord. They say, yeah, man, too much laughing. So, all right. No funny business for me. All right. Locked in. Shout out.
Tons of fun. Deke, no offense. Steelers have no structure. We're still trying to find our identity while force-feeding the old identity.
We're not force-feeding the old identity. People just don't like the identity. They want it to be this, we're a passing team. We're a passing team. No, our identity has been the exact same for how many years now? We run the football. We want to be physical. We want to get that play action pass going. That's the identity. It's not going to change into anything else. It just looks better when we win in the trenches and we can actually get that running game consistent situationally. And then from there, you see a little bit of that pass stuff opening up. But Arthur Smith, when has his identity ever been, I want to throw it first? It's like, it's a physical run the ball. Like Tennessee, Atlanta. We even see it here in Pittsburgh, man. We got a structure. We got it. Now, can it be better? Yes.
Tons of fun says Rodgers equals Flacco. No.
Dang. Come on. Hey, hold on now. Whoa, hey, no, don't do that now. Can't do that one. Flacco's had a moment or two, but that's them way different. Them two different beasts. Yeah. Shout out to Rodgers.
I mean, by his math, he's probably got Flacco over Josh Allen.
Why you want to throw Josh at it? See, you be a bestie right here, man. He need bring up. Just leave it at that, man. Hey, we ain't got to go there. Just leave it at that, man. He might have him over Burrow. That's what he might be saying. All right, over Burrow.
I guess either or.
Yeah, just leave it at that.
Jeez. Throw them all in.
Jeez Louise. Man, yo, Rodgers is Flacco. Ooh. All right.
That's a tough one.
That's tough. I'm going to like it, though, either way. All right? So, shout out to you, but that's tough. That's tough.
I can't say that.
Yeah, it's very tough.
Tons of fun. The way you talked about Goff, the same with Russ and Fields. It's got to be the way you were talking about Goff. Because he doesn't like Russ and Fields.
Okay.
Because I think you were not as high on Goff as I have been talking about him. Because you were talking about Kyler. And, you know what I mean? I think that's what he's referring to. Because if he's talking about me and my assessment of Goff, then I think that would be positive on Russ and Fields then, right?
I would just say, I think if we're trying to like be more specific, we can get into that. What I would say is this though: who have I been saying is the MVP front runner?
You don't really mean that. I know you don't mean that.
What is the difference? And I said this: what I said, Goff is the front runner. Show me the difference between why Lamar Jackson won MVP last year and was talked about it for like the whole back half of the season. Why was that MVP?
Different season.
And now all of a sudden what Goff is doing is any different. I thought that there was just apples to apples.
Different season. Different competitors in the mix for MVP.
I'll believe it when I see it, but until then, I'm going off of the most recent model, which is
Saquon Barkley's getting thrown in the mix.
I'm going off the most recent model, which is if you're the quarterback on the best team and you got good numbers, not great, but good numbers, you're the MVP favorite. You're the MVP. That was literally what they said time and time again with Lamar. So I don't see why this is any different with Goff. As much as I want Saquon to be in that convo, he's not AP, he's not CJ2K this year. He's flirting with it, but I think it has to be like louder for that to be the case. But yeah, that's why I said Goff. But now if you're just simply talking talent for talent, player for player, yeah, I'm taking Kyler Murray over Jared Goff any day. But I'm also taking Russ over any of those guys any day. So it just depends on, like I said, like what we trying to get to with it. But yeah, that was kind of why I said it like I said it, man. So yeah, but you can make a case though with Russ's Seattle team. Not all the way super teamish, but flirted with it. It was just super young. In terms of Legion of Boom, Marshawn.
Those were teams. Those were teams that
yeah,
Legion of Boom for sure.
Right. I'm just saying because like they were still like that was the beginning of it though. You know what I mean? It wasn't they already proven it. They just dominant. It's like, they're still young, but they did do it. So I'm like, yeah, that's a dope team. Like, that's can't take away from his team either. Yeah.
He says if you're going to keep Russ or Fields, good luck building a super team.
What is a super team? Let's get there.
This year would be our best chance.
I was about to say, do we not feel like we have a super team
because of how cheap the QB contracts
are? I'm like, yo, I'm looking at our team like what makes us. The whole thing that we had issue with our receiver situation. We kept asking like, yo, what are we gonna do with that? We brought in Mike Williams. If it was Devontae, I think nobody is questioning super team ability, or do we qualify for that? Because you look at our defense. Is that not a super team defense?
We just shouldn't have lost to the Browns. I think that's what it comes down to.
100%. And that changes everything. I'm with you. You lose to the Browns, you have these guys. I'm like, what?
The Eagles are 9-2.
This team like good all of a sudden? Yeah.
Lions are 10-1. That's why we're talking about them being super teams. We just need to have 2 in our losses categories.
But that's my thing. I'm like, yo, help me out. Are we the only team that has deficiencies with our team in certain places? Like, I don't think that's the case. We can talk Kansas City. It's like you see them struggle every week, but they find a way to win. We struggle at times. We find a way to win. Philadelphia at one point was struggling at times, right?
Yeah, they aren't right now.
Right, but they're as a whole, though, it's the same combo. It's like they act as if we the only teams that can have ugly wins. We're the only team that can have some internal adversity or something. It's not all the way perfect each and every week. Like, yo, every team, even the really good ones, which we're in the really good category, all are in that same boat, man.
Yep. A$AP Smalls, Rodgers should go to the Vikings. I agree with this 100%. 100%. Just go to the Vikings. Finish the Favre tribute, LOL. I think after this year, JF would fit how we would want to play and have more chemistry than this year.
Okay.
I'm with him on
hilarious,
that.
Bro.
Just do it.
That would be hilarious.
Just do it. Sam Darnold go sign somewhere else.
That would be hilarious.
You got McCarthy coming off the injury. He could back up Rodgers. Just do it, please.
Yeah, JJ,
please.
That's tough on McCarthy. 2 years and no play. Jeez, man.
You have to do it. If you're the Vikings, you have to do it too. Please.
Yeah.
Just everyone be in on this.
Everything does this align perfectly.
You get your revenge on the Packers too, just like Favre wanted.
Yeah.
You have to do it. And it's funny too because Rodgers didn't like Favre either.
You're right.
Then he became him.
Yep. Low key though, you give Rodgers, Justin Jefferson, and Jordan Addison, I think he'd light that thing up for real. But he already got talent. I think he'll light it up, bro. I think he'd get right in there and be cooking.
O'Connell.
I think he'll cook it.
Just do it. Please. I don't know why the Vikings aren't being thrown in the mix.
Because JJ.
That's stupid.
How? You drafted him in the first round.
Just do it.
You drafted him in the first round, Deke.
You have to do it.
You drafted him in the first
round.
He hasn't played all this season because he's been hurt.
Finish the Favre trajectory. You have to do it.
You're killing JJ. He's done. You're killing JJ.
Just do it.
You're killing JJ. That's nuts,
it's
man.
It's worth it. Just do it.
You can't. You just drafted JJ in the first.
Rodgers might get you might get 2 years out of Rodgers. Vikings indoors.
You told me McCarthy is the guy. You said that's the guy.
I do, but you got to do that.
Who's the better long-term answer? Go with the long-term guy, right? That was your talking with Phils and Russ.
Rodgers will give you a better chance for those 2 years.
Come on, man. It's JJ. You don't think JJ can cook with them receivers?
Yeah, I'm sure anyone can. We're seeing Donald. But you got to do it. Go get Rodgers.
Respect. Hey, I hit that like button one time for the culture, and don't forget to subscribe either if you are new to the channel. Definitely appreciate y'all rocking out with us today.
Tons of fun. Says, I was saying giving Goff a team.
I mean, I like it. Goff is a good player, man. Let me make sure I'm clear on this. When I'm critiquing some of these dudes, man, I'm not saying that any of these dudes are not good players. Like, I think they all are nice as heck. We're just talking about, like, all the way up at the end of it. I know, like, some is as simple as if you don't win a championship, you're not good, or if you don't win the playoffs, you're not good. I personally don't take that approach. I'm just simply looking at what they individually are doing. And, yeah, Goff, regardless if it was a Rams team or a Lions team, you see Goff's ability. That's why he's putting up the numbers that he's put up at both of those spots, man. But once again, it's just like, if we got them all in a line, Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, Justin Fields, and Jared Goff, y'all tell me how y'all picking them. Right? If all four of those guys were there, 1, 2, 3, 4, tell me your order. Don't give me because of the team. No. Just all four right there. Pick whatever. In whatever fairy tale you want it to be, just those are the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How are you listening? Like, tell me that and let me know where Goff lines up with yours, man.
I could see someone putting Goff at number 1 for a season, but my criteria is game, life on the line. Who do you want? I'll take Russ.
Yeah, if it's life on the line,
especially given Goff's age and everything, and versus Russ, but I'm taking Russ.
Yeah, my order is Russ, Kyler, Goff, Fields. With all due respect to Fields. That's how I'm looking at it, man. But shout out to all them dudes, man. All of them are good, though. All of them are good, man.
Justin 106, Moats, keep laughing and keeping the positivity. It's a rare bright spot in the media today. You guys are the best.
Hey, salute you, man. Salute you. I do try to keep the energy right, though, man. I don't know how much rather just smile than cry. I'd much rather, laugh about it than mope about it. I feel like it's enough of the yeah. Besides, I ain't a tough guy, man. I'm a happy guy. Deke, he tough. All right, you see Deke, that's a tough guy right there, man. Me, not tough, man. I'm just happy. Shout out to the guys, though, man. Shout out to the guys. All right. Did we get all of them? Shout out. All right. Let's get to the one I did want to get us to talk about real quick before we go. Kind of goes with this here quarterback stuff, man. But Sports Illustrated, man, obviously with us having the long weekend, they were putting out some of their little mock draft situations, man. But, it's a little early type stuff. But oddly enough, they have us supposedly taking a quarterback out of Alabama at 28th overall, which, for context, that would mean we won in the wild card and lost in the division round of the playoffs.
Did we beat Buffalo in the wild card? Were they clear?
Don't do that, bro. Don't do that, man. We beat Baltimore in the playoffs, all right? Jeez, he just simply said we were picking at 28, all right? That's what the article said. We picking at 28. So that means we won at one playoff game. We won one, all right? So Russ did something right. I don't know what the division round looked like. Maybe we lost to the Chiefs, okay? But they had us at 28th overall, taking Jalen Milroe. Obviously, that's the quarterback out of Bama. We know how the homie TG feels about Jalen Milroe. Dual threat guy, very similar to the Justin Fields skill set. But when I saw it, man, it made me think of you, man. I wanted to know, man, how did you feel potentially if this is the scenario, man?
I'm guessing this article came out before this weekend.
No, it actually came out after this weekend.
Are you serious?
Yeah, so serious. But I was kind of shocked,
too. It came out on
too.
Sunday.
Yeah, I want to say, I got to look at it again. But yeah.
I hope not.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, all right, this is a little different. Mm-hmm.
Jalen Milroe to the Steelers at 28.
Because I'm like, that has us winning a postseason game.
Did they clarify?
We win one post game.
Russ is back or Fields is back?
They just simply said, pull it up again.
I think I read it too.
Yeah.
They said it doesn't even matter whether or not.
Right. They were like, yo, one way or the other, they're gonna take a quarterback. Yeah.
I don't like the move at all. I think it's a bad move, especially if you have Russ coming back. And I think, as we sit here right now, that's the most likely scenario. Yeah. Because if Russ is coming back, you're re-signing him to a certain dollar amount, and you're viewing him as the guy for at least the next year or two. Yeah. And you're trying to win now. So spending a first-round pick on a quarterback in Jalen Milroe who shouldn't be playing. Now, maybe if we don't have Fields back, they would put Milroe in a Fields type of role on occasion. Yeah. Either way, that's not worth a first-round pick to me. Get us a receiver, get us a cornerback, a D lineman, something like that that's going to help us win now with Russ at the helm. So
here is what ESPN's Matt Miller, because he was the one who actually did the full article on it. This is specifically what he said. He says, the Steelers' future at quarterback is a big question heading into the offseason, as both Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are set to be free agents. Either could return, but the Steelers might be searching for a more long-term option. Milroe has a combination of Wilson's arm strength and pocket mobility and Justin Fields' rushing ability. He's still a bit raw as a prospect, but he has thrown 15 touchdowns and rushed for 17 more scores this season. Milroe just needs to improve his touch as a passer, but scouts I've talked to have said he has the most upside of any draft-eligible quarterback in the class. And should the Steelers re-sign Wilson, Milroe could sit, learn, and develop further.
I get all that. I really don't think it's...
Yeah, and this came out yesterday. Pick. It was November 24th.
I get it. He does have upside. I mean, he's... Actually, I mean, this year's a weird year for him because it actually feels like he's regressed a little bit. But maybe that's a given. Because last year he Nick Saban not being there anymore. With it, yeah, but you could definitely see the talent. I mean, he could throw a good deep ball, and obviously the running ability's there. I don't love drafting a guy in the first round.
That's not going to help you right now.
I don't love it. I don't.
You said that before, though. You consistent with that. Like, if it's a first round, you want him to come and help you right now.
I get it. I mean, you could point to the Packers doing it with Jordan Love and hell, even Aaron Rodgers.
Those are outliers.
It's worked. Though. Yeah, I mean, I wonder. I mean, Falcons are trying it out this year with Penix, right. But I think Penix is a way better quarterback and prospect than Jalen Milroe coming out too. That's the other thing.
That's fair.
Because here's how I would view it: bring Russ back, and then try to build around him, get the best team possible for 2025, and hopefully you could get Fields back. But there is a chance you don't. So if you want to grab a quarterback, get a guy in the third round or something, fourth round.
Because I think if Fields leaves and you bring in Milroe in the first round, you've created the exact same scenario that we are currently in with Russ and Fields right now. Except now we have more skin in the game because Russ is on the second contract, and now instead of Fields being the cheap, we got you at the end of this situation. Now we've invested a first round pick in you. That's
the money's gonna matter
4 + 5 years you locked in.
So all right, but let's just say we don't bring back Russ then.
If you don't,
I'm looking at either Aaron Rodgers or Fields then, as who I'm trying to bring back.
Versus going rookie quarterback again, because we said that's the model.
I'm trying
in terms of the cheap
if we want to just go upside, so throw Rodgers out of it. If we want to go upside future, give me Fields. Bring him back $10 million. I'd rather roll with Fields.
The 10 on Fields versus
the draft pick. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because that
Kenny ruined you, huh?
What?
Kenny ruined you.
No. I just listen. If we're thinking future, we're thinking upside. Why not go with the guy that we're familiar with and has proven more than a Jalen Milroe?
Yeah.
And I think they have. I mean, they have similar upside. I think Fields is a much better passer than Milroe for sure. And then in terms of legs and all that stuff, I think it's similar. I mean, we see what Fields did in Chicago, ran for the most rushing yards in a single season.
Fields has already proven it at the NFL level. Milroe would have to prove.
And it's not like Fields is old. It's not like Fields is 30 or anything.
Yeah. He's going to be
25 this year. He's going to be 26. But you said
it would be 10 mil more to pay for him versus you drafting the quarterback that's on the rookie deal. But now a first round pick, you still, it wouldn't be complete same, but you catch what I'm saying, like money wise.
Yeah, I actually think
because you're not going to do a 1 year $10 million deal for Fields if everybody was going and he was the guy that we're saying.
I think it's more about the cost opportunity of not taking another player and having Fields. Like I'm not as worried about the contract, honestly, of Fields' contract versus the rookie contract. Okay. It's the cost opportunity of not picking a receiver or
running back,
one of those guys in the first round,
anything, or even a defender.
Because with Fields, if he plays good, that contract's going up, no matter what. I don't think you're stressing 10, 15 million because you're keeping the certain flexibility there because you're either going to be signing for a 1 year deal or a 2 year deal. You're not giving him 3 years, 4 years.
But does that say long-term answer then? Because I feel like you still are in purgatory. Whereas if you draft Milroe, now you're saying I feel like I got my guy. This is Bo Nix. This is what we thought we had with Kenny for the next, this the guy now. And you're a rookie, so I get to fully mold you. I don't have to worry about, did that work out? Did that not work out?
I don't want to be that invested. I'll be honest.
Respect. I like it.
No, because I don't think he's a guaranteed thing to be the future. We saw that firsthand with Kenny. You see it firsthand with all these first-round quarterbacks. I think Fields has a better chance of being the future than Jalen Milroe. That's my call right now. If we did re-sign Fields versus drafting Milroe, that would be my assessment on the situation.
Respect.
Milroe, he's a very raw prospect. I mean, I see the talent. Trust me, I do. Yeah. I don't know if he's worth a late first-round pick right now.
The position he plays and the talent,
it might. I mean, if Anthony Richardson.
That's what I think dudes go, bro.
If you watch Anthony Richardson, I think he's a much more natural thrower of the football than Jalen Milroe.
I feel like Milroe was the better player, though, of the position.
I agree with that 100%. But you could see on Richardson's highlight tape, he literally has like Mahomes' release.
Sure.
I think that's the difference.
But we're comparing him to something that we're all chasing. That doesn't mean that that's that, though.
I know.
It's like the cat from Nebraska.
I wouldn't have taken Rich at 4 anyway.
Right. I'm like, you might look like it, you might throw like it, but you not that. Yeah.
Way overly drafted to begin with. But yeah, I mean, maybe that goes
Milroe
hand in hand
brings all of that athleticism, all of the the Bill, he can run, he can throw, he got the cannon of an arm.
Yeah.
Can he develop the touch? We look at Fields right now, and that's still some of the things we're asking, right? Can you get more touch? We don't question his arm strength. We don't question his rushing ability. We don't question Jalen Milroe's arm strength. We're not questioning Jalen Milroe's rushing ability. But that's kind of the question with those athletic quarterbacks. Same with A-Rich. It's not just about these. Can you actually quarterback this thing? Do you got touch? Do you got anticipation? Can you read what the defense is giving you? Outside of, we say, with Lamar and Josh, that, seems like them dudes struggle a little bit longer to pick it up.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's any quarterbacks worth taking in the first round after Shedeur or Cam.
Yeah.
But
both of them dudes,
the nature of the position,
5,
you're
10.
right. I mean, if you're talking about Carson Beck, Milroe, Quinn Ewers.
I want Milroe over Beck, I think. I think I do. I'd have to look, but I think I do.
I think I'd agree with that.
Yeah.
I think I'm with you on that.
Like, I'm not all the way into my college game
just
yet. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. I wouldn't.
No. All right. I like it.
What do you think?
I'm torn, man. I get the thought process in terms of having the Jordan Love type concept, the Aaron Rodgers type concept. I take this down the first. Could he start? Sure, but we're gonna let him sit, and hopefully he learns to turn from this guy. And now we turn the keys over to him. Low key, Patrick Mahomes. Wait on it a year, turn the keys over to it. Now you're the guy. So I get that. I also get what you're saying though. If I have Russ or if I have Fields on my roster,
I don't think
why
you're
am I
drafting
wasting time? Why am I wasting time to go
Russ,
draft
you could
one
see
of
the
these
mentor
guys?
relationship type.
Yeah.
If we bring back Fields, that's the stupidest draft pick ever.
I would agree, but I could also see people having a disagreement with that because they could say, "Well, this is direct competition." Yep, and that's going to push. That's going to push them both. But then it's not competition if he's in the third because he's not as talented. We know this, or at least that's the kind of the perception around it. So I think that I could see that, but I side with you in the sense of like, yo, if it's the first round, I want my first rounder to like play. I want my first rounder to come out here and like help me now. I don't want to wait.
Yeah, I think there's a few positions we could really upgrade in the draft here. I mean, receiver's the one.
And I honestly don't see a scenario where we don't end up with Russ and Fields. Like, I don't see a scenario where both of those guys are gone. I think one or the other is going to be here.
That's most likely. Yeah. And then if they're not, I think we're idiots for going into the draft with no quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
You got to seriously be talking about signing Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I'm like, if both of those guys walked, are we moving up into the top 5? Like, what's the conversation? Because
I think you're signing Aaron Rodgers.
You know what I mean? If you think, even when we did the Kenny draft, we signed Mitch as soon as free agency opened. Remember that? It was like, oh, the window is open. Oh, Mitch Trubisky agreed to it. We're like, God, dog, that was quick. That was your guy, huh?
I don't want to do that type of shit, though. I mean, honestly, if we don't do Rodgers, maybe you do just go all in on the draft and try to get Shedeur, Cam Ward. This is like doomsday scenario.
But who was the big name during that Mitch one? It was Mitch, Jameis Winston.
This year it'd be Sam Darnold.
Yeah, because Rodgers was still technically under contract in Green Bay, so you would have had to trade for Rodgers. So that was the part that was different with him. Sam Darnold, you're right, he would be the guy, or Daniel Jones, he'd be another guy. I can see Daniel Jones. I could for certain see Daniel Jones.
I would do that if Fields don't come back.
Daniel. Yeah.
I'd rather do that. Bring him in to be the backup for Russ than draft the guy in the first round.
That's fair. I don't know if he signs up to be Russ's backup willingly like that, though. But I think it could be talked to him, though, because it's like, yo, that man is Russ, so he's not 21, 22. Like, you got a chance. Yeah.
All right. What else we got here?
We had some more super chats just came in, man. So let's get those. Yeah, because we want to talk about nothing crazy, anyways. It's around the league, man. Like I said, talk about that article. Shoot, if you wanted an update on around the league, shout out to Ryan Switzer. I know you remember Ryan Switzer, man. That was Seven's guy. He's getting his chance to debut as head coach this weekend for Tulsa.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the intern. He's the intern coach. He's Friday guy, so he gets the opportunity this week. Shout out to Ryan Switzer. But other than that, yeah, super chat, man. We about this thing, ain't you?
Tons of fun. I only care about Super Bowl wins. No hate for Russ or Fields. You keep everything the same and only look for playoff success. That's fine. I'm looking at how we can win a Super Bowl and how it's been for that.
I mean, that's fair.
This would have been our chance, though, to build the super team with the cheap rookie contract or the cheap quarterback contracts. I mean, I think we did a good job. I think we did a good job. We just shouldn't have lost to the Browns. Shouldn't have lost to the Colts or the Cowboys either.
Fair. And I think all those things are true, but I'm just like, I don't get how this season is still not like that. I don't know.
Samuel Pugh, I told y'all Milroe was an option last week. LOL. I don't like it, though, and I'm a Bama fan. He ain't been the same since he got that weave in his head.
Hey, yo, chill, man. He ain't been the same since Saban level. Let's keep it all the way a buck, man. All right. But, yeah, Milroe, he funny. But he had you seen that, man, the should have been, it wasn't a touchdown, but joining through the, was that Ryan Williams, I think it was his last game? And they were still down by like 2 scores. But it was yeah. He do that. Shout out to Milroe.
Maximus, that's what Packer fans said about taking Love in the first round. I do believe we should be looking for a quarterback, have him sit and develop.
Honestly, the quarterback sitting and developing is the best model you hear. I think Brady preaches that all the time. I'm a believer of it, man. Allowing a dude to kind of just get his legs up under him and learn behind a proven professional and then hop over there, man, and take off with it. But it's a tough sell on the fan base, man, because it's like, yo, this is your brand new toy, but you don't get to play with that toy. And you could have had another toy that you really could have used today, but we went with this one who's more of a long-term option. It's like, yo, I don't like, it's kind of like a savings account. It's cool. You need it. It matters. But it's like, bro, I'd much rather use this checking so I could just get it right now. Like,
especially if you feel like you're going to be in playoff contention. It's different if you're the Patriots or one of these teams picking
we don't feel like
10.
We're far off. We feel like we're like we're nipping and tucking. Like, yo, just a little here. We got that. Just a little, too much there. Just get it back here. Like, we're at that stage of it.
Joe Gervers, if this team gets Rodgers, I promise I'm leaping off of Acrisure with the note for this team to let him go and change the name back to Hines. Love y'all.
Shout out to Joe. Listen, if you do that, Joe, I'm going to make sure that I jump with you and I'm going to have a parachute on so that way you don't get hurt. Okay, Joe? Because I love your passion. But I can't let you go out like that, all right? Can't let you go out. And I might have lied. I might not jump with you. I might tell somebody to go up there with you that has the parachute on and they're going to jump when you jump to keep you alive, all right? I'll make sure that's orchestrated, okay? But I get your passion. I definitely do, man. And I like how you say change back to Hines, too.
Yeah.
Shout out change back to Hines.
Tons of fun. All love to the show, though I might seem negative.
No, you're not. No, man. Tons of fun. Your passion and your, critiques or even the questions that you have, I love it personally because to me, man, it reminds me of when we're in the locker room, man. Like, it's not always fluff. It's not always feel good. And that's even with Deke. It's like, yo, I like the fact that, don't always agree. We're going to have them different feelings and, talk what you talk. If you feel that, man, feel that. But, at the same time, it's like we might not always have the same perspective, but I think we all have the same common goal, which is we want the team to be the best it can be. So, regardless of what this part is, it's like we all are wanting the same common goal, and I think that's what makes it dope. So, man, you are not negative. Nah, you just want your team to be the best, and there is no problem with that. You never got to apologize for that, baby. Never apologize for that.
And it ain't that deep, too. I mean, we're just sitting up here with some mics talking, right?
Some people but we know how deep it get for some people. They be fighting and hurting each other over this stuff, bro. That's why we be like, yo, it ain't that deep. It's just ball. We just rapping.
Nothing wrong with the healthy combo.
It's an opinion. It's a perspective, man. All right? In my opinion, don't gotta always be right. His opinion, it's like, yo, it's your opinion, though, baby. All right, that's it. But yeah, it ain't never that deep. I'm with you, D. It ain't never that deep, bro.
ASAP Smalls, everyone losing confidence after the Browns loss. I just saw it as another AFC North game. Nothing guaranteed in the North.
You know that's the truth, ASAP. I'm with you. That's 1,000% the truth, but that is not what the people like to hear, all right? The people be over here like, hey, bro, we lost to the Browns? What you mean we lost to the Browns? Like, hold on. You can't tell me we good and we lost to the Browns. The Browns aren't good. How can we be good? They don't even got their quarterback. How they good? It's like they did beat the Ravens too, though. You forget about that. They good enough. It's the AFC
if you
North,
give them
man.
a chance.
Yeah, you let them hang around. You let them hang around, man. Yeah.
That was the path to us losing.
Absolutely.
Doing stupid stuff, and it happened. And then you got the weather and all that stuff.
Yep.
Hollywood 931 got my stuff from the giveaway. Thanks, guys.
Let's go. That's actually good. I was getting all the little notifications. Oh yeah, this was delivered. That was delivered. Shout out to y'all. Some of y'all stuff is still getting sent. It was like y'all had these like addresses in the middle of like nowhere. So yeah, when they was like, oh yeah, this one you can get it there in like 4 days. This one you can get it in 2 days. It's called like $400. I was like, oh yeah, ground, bro. Yeah. All right. So the rest of y'all stuff is coming though. Shout out to that. The chat. Y'all got some, there's some funny addresses, Deke. Some of these, and I'm like, bro, how do y'all come up with these names? I know y'all didn't, but it's just like your city. Like, I don't know where they come with these street names, bro. Yeah.
Sammy Pugh, Moats, you say everyone has a price. What about coaches? Would Coach T be traded for the right price? The Gruden package, if no playoff wins. Just a question.
I think if it was a different organization, sure. I just think for the Roonies, they value what he is in that building way more than any draft pick, excuse me, on that one. I think for us, it's more fun to kind of do the whole, oh yeah, would you trade him because we saw what happened to Gruden? But just knowing kind of how the Roonies view Coach Tomlin and how he runs that building, I don't think they value any player or draft pick over Coach T personally, man. Which is kind of crazy when you think about some of the players that we've had come through there. I think that they look at Coach T like he is the beacon of why all of it goes the way that it goes. So, I mean, in theory, sure. I think whatever team will be getting them, they're going to be on cloud 9. And then for us, it's you're praying that it doesn't take long to find the answer. Kind of like moving on from Ben, right? You move on from a franchise guy. It's like, all right, regardless of why you're moving on from him, you just better hope that you find that answer sooner rather than later, because we're seeing how in Green Bay, it looks like they found their answer with Jordan Love, but then you look at New England and they're still searching. They're on their second first-round quarterback now, right? Mac Jones, he came and gone. Drake missed his opportunity at some point with him and Jacoby Brissett, and Brissett was one of their draft picks too, so it was like they're still trying to figure that thing out, man. We talked about Cleveland. I don't know if Cleveland has technically had the guy.
Well,
Baker,
Denver,
you could make a case.
Denver after Manning took
them a while.
I mean, still up in the air.
Yeah.
Bo Nix is playing good.
Yeah.
It's been no one up to this point.
Yeah. So that's just the part where, same with these coaches, it's like, all right, you can move on because you might get fatigued with the sustained success and you might say, all right, I'm tired of this. I want more. I want to get to that part. And for everybody, they're going to have a different approach with it. Some people feel like I need a drastic change. Others, they feel like it's small, subtle changes. I feel like with the Roonies, they're looking at small, subtle versus the big changes, man. So, but that's, like I said, my perception of it, at least.
I think it'd be stupid to trade him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you could say, what if it's 100 first-round picks?
Right, show me the scenario where we get 100 first-round picks, right?
Yeah, I mean... Yeah, maybe, I guess. Do you think about it? 100 first-round picks?
But you see how, like, insane that even sounds, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I'm just not doing it. Yeah.
Because I still need the guy that can direct it. How many teams have we seen? Cleveland has had talented teams throughout the years, ultra-talented teams on offense and defense. But at times, they haven't had the coach. And then there's times they have the coach, but they ain't got the players.
Well, I think the other thing is, too, Tomlin has to have some sort of say in this, right?
I just didn't know how the Gruden situation worked. But I feel like he's the only one that I can remember that got actually traded. Everybody else has been just resigned, fired, or retired, and then came back. So that's what it was like with the Gruden. I just don't specific. I do remember he was traded, though, which was like, all right, this is different. Yeah. And you can make a case, though.
It actually worked.
And you can make a case, though, it didn't work for the Raiders because how many coaches have they went through since Gruden?
They went back to him.
Think about it. So you did all that, and he went and won a championship elsewhere, and you still didn't get what you was looking for. Yeah, I'm rolling with my coach, man. I'm cool with that, bro. Oh, you said Sean Payton was traded. Yes and no. He had retired first, and then they traded his rights when he decided he wanted to come back from the booth. That's a little bit different. Gruden was like literally on the sideline coaching this season, and it was like, all right, we trade him and all. Like that was that type of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't trade him. Yeah. No, I couldn't even see, like you said, I couldn't even see a team offering 100 first-round picks.
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be pretty funny though.
It would though. It'd be like 100 first round for Coach T. Like, all right, bro.
It's like, well, yeah, you're not even gonna live
Coach,
through the lifetime of that trade.
Like seriously, 100 first round picks. Like, what are we supposed to do with 100 first round picks?
That team's just tanking.
You know what I'm saying? Like 100 first round picks.
Draft capital for the future.
100 draft round. Like, how do I 100 first? What do I even do with 100 first round draft picks if that's what I have in my? I'm taking all the time. Anybody that's a first round pick.
You would maybe have to. Honestly, you would. I think you'd have to take that
because
trade. The more I'm thinking about it, because then you'd hire like Mike Vrabel or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't even care who I'm hiring. I'm gonna get 32 first round. I'm picking first round because I'm gonna pack. If I got 100 first round picks, bro, I can do whatever wheeling and dealing I need to get whatever quarterback I want, whatever running back I want, whatever receiver. Yeah,
and get a good enough head coach. You'd have to do.
Like what 100? Like, come on, bro.
I don't know what the line is. Like 20, 30 first round pick. What's the line?
But how even realistic is that? I don't even think Gruden went for that many, bro.
No, I think he just went for
like
first round.
Yeah, I'm like 21st. I'm like, bro, that is crazy. I need 30 because I want to be able to have enough that I can like wheel and deal on some heavy stuff, and boom, I got him. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you do, and then you just you hire Vrabel, you hire like Belichick or something. Like you hire a guy that's objectively a good coach, and then just load the roster up.
Can you drive this Bentley? All right, I'm gonna load the deck for you. You just don't crash the car. And I already know Belichick can crash it. I already know that.
Defense will be good with him.
Mm-hmm. Shoot, I call Kyle up. Hey, you trying to come out of retirement? I know you're in the hall, but I know you can do this. You can work with this one.
Yeah, if you get Belichick, just get McDaniels, I guess. You need a guy to run the offense and tell Belichick you're not doing any GM shit.
When you have that many first-round picks at your disposal, you're getting all the people. Come on, man. But you got to be careful also because you're messing around. Be Cleveland. Cleveland, I don't know if they've had 100 first-round picks throughout these past 5 to 10 years, but they've had a lot of first-round picks. And at times, they've still been awful.
They gave them all up recently.
They did, too. Yeah. Shout out to the Texans.
Okay. I think we got
900 Juice said with 31st round, he's hiring TG to be the head coach. Like, it ain't gonna matter, bro. Like, when you got that much talent out there, man. Hey, look, you're the best.
That's
you're
the thing,
the
though.
Best. You're the
you
best.
You can only use those first round picks a year at a time. So that's one of the problems.
Who put that? I'm telling you, can package them up to move up. I got 100 of them. Man, I'm trading. Listen, man, I'm gonna use 3 of these to go get that one in the top 5. 3 of these. You can do the math. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna load it up for what I need.
How valuable though is year 29 first round draft pick?
That's fair. It's still a first rounder though. It's still a first rounder. It's 100 first round picks. I don't even like the NFL.
Well, we said 30.
Years.
You said 30. Yeah,
so 30 is at least better. Yeah. This seems like a ton of picks though, bro. We're trying to put some realism to something that's very unrealistic. Yeah.
Yeah, because no team's doing that.
Absolutely not.
But I think it just makes the point that it's not worth it to trade Tomlin.
Yeah, shout out to Coach T, man. Shout out to Coach.
Joe Gervis, I love being a traditional sit for a year guy. I love signing both Fields and Russ. You think Kahn can swing it to bring them both back? Moats, I promise. I'm jumping, though.
Hey, yo. Listen, for a fact, I do see a scenario where both of those guys come back. I think Omar Khan is able to do that deal. And I think both of those guys' dynamic and relationship between each other, I think works also as a added bonus to why I could see them wanting to stick together as well, especially from Phil's perspective. Russ is a no-brainer if you do what you do the rest of the season. Why change it up? You got the system that supports you. You have a fan base that's going to love you. You know what this is with Coach Tomlin. Justin Fields, I think, you got to kind of entice him and make it look like it makes sense for him. I don't know what that is just yet. But I do think that for both of those guys, it's a strong chance that they could be here, man. And listen, I know you promised you're going to jump, and that's cool. I got air mattress. They call this like an air track. It's like for like gymnastics stuff. You know what I mean? I put all that down there for wherever you landing at, all right? And I watched Lethal Weapon, all right? I think it was Lethal Weapon 4. I seen my man jump off of the roof and land in one of them like trash, like the garbage, like the moving like garbage things, and he survived. So I'm gonna find one with a lot of trash bags in it, and I'm gonna put that there also to help you out. All right, just because I'm a stand-up guy and I care about you, and you care about the channel, so it's like I gotta look out for you. All right, it's like that sometimes. All right, buddy system. But shout out to you, Joe. You know I like you, man.
AJ says 5-5. Whoever said that is full of it. I laugh.
Hey, all right. So I'm allowed to let. All right, shout out, man. I was really like, bro. I don't be in my feelings. I just want to throw it out there. But sometimes I do be like laughing at the comments about like me. Like, dang, they said it about me. No, they really feel like that? No. It'd be a ton of love. That's why I be like, yo, shout out to everybody to show the love. That's why I still be laughing, because I be like, yo, I know as a whole, it's all love. But it do be funny, little Dick. I'm like, yo, you really you went out your way to say that about me laughing? Like, dang. And if it was just one person, Dick, I wouldn't even care. I was like, yo, it was actually enough where I was like, oh, so this is like a thing now, huh?
What'd you do?
I just laughed. Well, I went back and rewatched all the clips while I'm laughing, and I'm just like, yeah, I mean, it was funny. Like, we talking. Like, I'm laughing. I say something funny, you say something funny. Let me laugh, bro. Yeah, what it is. You know how it go.
AJ Martinez says, you guys are great. I will show these people the rage.
Oh, hey now. We don't, no rage. No rage, all right? We're going to keep the rage at bay, all right? Until Sunday, game day. Then we can let that rage out.
Steeler Nation on fire. I think drafting a QB isn't a bad idea. Let the young QB sit behind a vet and learn. It's a good idea. This isn't Madden where you can plug and play a QB and have success.
Okay. You know, I like that. I like that a lot. But we even saw when we drafted Kenny and tried to sit him. It gets really loud really quickly.
Well, that was Mitch in front of him.
I'm just saying in general.
I think we would understand
how much
if
further
Russ was here.
If Justin Fields is here, how much further is that though?
What, Fields?
Yeah.
I think people. Hey man, I think they like Fields here a lot.
That sounds good. Yeah. I think that it gets real loud, man, if you have a first-round quarterback here and Fields doesn't come out the gate lighting it up. The same way with Mr. Trubisky. He didn't come out the gate lighting it up. It was loud within 3 games, bro. It wasn't like we saw a whole season of Mitch. It was like we saw 10 games, bitch. We saw 3 games, and it was like, hey, heck no. No.
I think Fields is better than Mitch, though. Fields would.
They both were in the same.
He played well. Fields got his opportunity.
Yeah.
4-2. I think played a lot better than Mitch.
Shout out, man. Shout out.
So, I would like to assume that he would just play off that and continue to play good.
I'm with you. I'm just
be the winning
glad
quarterback that he showed he could be with the Steelers.
You know what I'm glad for Fields too? He ain't had Matt Canada, because that might have changed it as well for him.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Tons of fun to clear up. Although, I mean, I don't know, dude. Come on, I can't let you
Mitch
get away
looks
with
good
that.
in Buffalo. Stop it.
No,
Mitch looks good in Buffalo. Leave me alone.
No, he doesn't.
Leave me alone. Every time I see Mitch in Buffalo, he looks good. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Every time I see Mitch in Buffalo, he looks good. Leave me alone. Don't you do this to me, Deke. I told you, I was happy when Mitch came here. I'm like, yo, every time I see Mitch, it look good. I like Mitch games. Mitch come here, I'm like, hey, bro, I don't know what this is. All right? Tampa was cool, but I'm like, I don't know what this is. Okay? So he back in Buffalo. He look good in Buffalo. Every time I seen him this year, he look good, bro.
Well, that's because you're already up like 30 points.
I like Mitch games, bro. When I see
terrible
Mitch
against the Ravens.
When I see Mitch come on, I'll be like, yo, shout out to the Mitch game, bro. It's a great day today, man. It's a Mitch game. Y'all hit that like button one time for the coach. Don't forget to subscribe. All right, we like Mitch games in Buffalo. All right, it's a Mitch game, man. He look good. His market probably back up right now too.
There's no way.
His market is back up. His market is like when Jameis went to sit behind Drew Brees. Market go back up, bro. Just sit for a little bit.
No, that Cardinal. What was the run? Cardinals, Patriots, Colts game run here, and that was without Matt Canada. So there's no excuses there. That's what tanked his market.
It was
forever.
chaos. It was chaos around. That's what it was.
No, but then we saw what Mason
chaos.
did. We saw what Kenny did before.
It was chaos. It was chaos.
And we saw what Mason did after.
It was chaos, man.
Mitch is the one that almost got us knocked out of the playoff last year.
Mitch plays better when it's closer to the border. All right, he just needs to be closer to Canada. He plays better there, man. All right, this Pittsburgh is just it throws off his compass.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Tons of fun. To clear up confusion, when I say super teams, I mean both sides of the ball are great.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at Super Bowls, the teams that beat Brady were super teams, and only Brady was able to beat Mahomes.
Okay, I mean,
they did have good defenses. Giants, those were really good defenses. Got hot at the right time too. I mean, you can say that about that Eagles team.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes. I mean, just have a good team, get in the dance, and get hot at the right time.
Hot at the right time, man.
Be a super team in the playoffs.
And be healthy in the playoffs, too.
Yeah. John McDormand, if I jumped into a moving garbage truck, it would be my luck that it would be full of broken glass.
Hey, yo. Don't you put that bad look on yourself like that, John. No. It'd be a bed of pillows in there, all right? All the extra, like, down feathers in there so you be super comfy when you fall out, all right? Yeah, hopefully ain't no glass in there. At least you feel like you'll make it. I feel like it's some people that, you know, they might miss the truck. Be like, hey, bro, hey, it's right there. Why you jump that way? Hey, man, I couldn't tell from up here. Yeah. So, shout out, man. Shout out. But, yeah, I don't want to do that, man. So, all right, no jumping off of any high buildings or high establishments, please. We want everybody to be safe and show up when we, you know, are back out here What, tomorrow? Yeah, shout out to that, man. All right.
That's it.
I like it, man. I like it. Well, that was a vibe as it always is, man. With that being the case, though, it is 6:51, so that will conclude today's show. But hopefully y'all enjoyed yourselves, and if you did, hit that like button one time for the culture. And of course, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. But we definitely appreciate you. And I do see Samuel Pugh at the buzzer. Shout out. All right. Let's see what you got. He says, feeling loss of hearing with the VA for all the times TG. Hey, yo, he's filing a loss of hearing with the VA for all the times TG audio went crazy on here. I'm sure it will get denied. Hey, yo, you got to chill, man. TG is TG, bro. All right. Y'all know how my dog get, man. You know it's TG. Deke has seen TG in real life on multiple occasions. And once he saw him in real life, he was like, yo, I get it. I understand. It's like, yo, it's TG, bro. You need a TG in your life, man. It's never going to be when you want it, but he's always on time. All right. Like, he's a vibe when he get there, too. That's TG. He might even have glasses on. He likes his glasses, Deke. You know that. He likes his glasses, man. But yeah, shout out to the homie, though, all right? And we're going to make sure his audio be a little bit more consistent, all right? But other than that, though, all right, we appreciate y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. And until next time, baby.
Peace.